All right, all right, all right. We are back again for another week. And the cast has changed again. So various members who show up, I don't know. People just show up all the time. So we'll see who drops by. We just like to wing it here. Rod J, of course, back to talk about whatever we're going to talk about. Got some questions for the panel. Got some beers. Some of us got some whiskey. Might have some gin. And I'm going to kick back for a little bit here. So who do I have with me? Well, let's go on my screen from left to right. We got a great man out of Missouri, the man, the myth, the legend, who is the Beer Whisperer. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Tom.
Well, howdy do, y'all. I'm trying to Beer Whisperer. I am in Missouri as we speak. Sometimes I'm in Arkansas, but I'm just drinking what I picked up from Aldi. Actually, when my wife picked up from Aldi, it's Independence Harbor Amber Ale. You know, these aren't outstanding craft beers, but for the price, they're pretty solid. If you're looking for my website, it's TomTheBeerWhisperer.com, and YouTube's a Beer Whisperer. Twitter, I'm at Beer Whisperer 1. On Facebook, I'm at Tom the Beer Whisperer 1. I'm all over the place, man.
The Beer Whisperer
I never get tired of seeing myself.
And then just getting here as I move across
social media.
Yeah, as I move across my board, he just got in just in time out of the great mitten state of Michigan. We have Eric. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Eric.
What's up, YouTube? I'm Eric, a Lions fan. I do Detroit Tigers reviews, Detroit Lions reviews, and I do beer reviews. I'm on YouTube, Eric, a Lions fan. I'm also on Twitter, Eric, a Lions fan. And tonight, Tom, you're going to not believe this. Okay, you're really not going to believe this? I'm drinking Miller Lite.
A Miller Lite, no kidding. hey, Eric, you're wearing the wrong shirt.
I know. I need to have the Freddy Krueger shirt on. Like I just said,
you need your Charlie Brown shirt on, man.
You're gonna throw albino off when he gets here.
I know.
And then going across the board and down to the great state of Louisiana, down by the bayou, we have a Mr. Ronald the Riot. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Jay.
Yes, hello, this is Ronald. I'm actually right close to the Mississippi River. And it's not 6 a.m., but I'm still going to drink some beer. And I do Louisiana beer reviews, and I do wine, and I do liquor, and I do taste challenges.
He's an equal opportunity alcoholic.
You do your double downs. You got your double downs.
My double downs. Now, didn't I tell you off air that I'm a hobbyist, Mr. Beer Whisperer?
In the morning is not a hobby.
That's how Jimmy Fallon defined it.
Not rain on my parade. Okay, so and then so that's it. That's it. Sometimes I do history and videos like that, history videos, politics, but I don't do that too much. But mostly it's just drinking and reviewing and drinking.
And
rhyming and stealing and rhyming. Okay.
And then, soon to be at some point in his lifetime, a YouTube channel. Out of that great state that brought us Larry Bird, we have Todd Wren out of Indiana. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Todd.
I'm Todd. I live in Sellersburg, Indiana. I don't have any channels of any sorts yet. I just come on your alls and wreck your alls. I live just outside of Louisville, Kentucky, just north, about 7 miles north of Louisville. So I'm just about in your state right there.
There you go. And then what are you drinking?
I have one from Three Floyds out of Indiana, the Floyd Division 1.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I just saw that today. I didn't pick it up, but I saw that at our store today.
Apparently there's going to be a 2 and a 3 coming too, but I haven't seen those yet.
Have you had that one yet, or is it your first time?
This is the first time. First time I've actually seen it.
Yeah. Todd's going to bust his cherry on his show tonight. All right, all right. Yeah.
We'll be gentle, Todd.
What are you drinking, Jay? You just think you're drinking.
Sure, lager, actually, which is interesting.
Oh, you were just doing whiskey.
Well, I'm finished with whiskey. I told you gin might come into play later. But
not the Hell's beer?
What happened?
Not that precious Hell's beer?
Freshest Hellas that you were drinking.
Oh, hell, excuse me.
People were disappointed with that one, but that was kosher also. But this is a kosher lager in 2016. It's 4.8% alcohol.
Tell us who it is, or we have to guess.
I thought by now.
Quit being cagey and just tell us who makes it.
It's called Milwaukee's Best Lager.
I thought you had a real beer. So all that build up for horse piss.
Don't exemplify the fear.
That build up for horse piss. Yeah. It's like telling somebody they're going to get a masterpiece. You bring out a McDonald's burger. That was disappointing.
Oh,
Hey, don't be dissing on McDonald's burgers now.
wait, whoa, back up.
Come on. I don't
Eric,
start telling me
I'm
that's
stronger next
quality
week.
burger. Come on, guys.
Wait a minute. Whoa, now you're about to feel
I
embarrassed.
compared beer
Because
to McDonald's burgers yesterday. That's funny. It's like 2 days in a row. Beer.
embarrassed, and I don't like to embarrass people, but here it comes. Get ready. I got an alert. I received an email alert from McDonald's just this afternoon, and they have 3 new artisan burgers hitting the market tomorrow.
Oh, boy.
They're exquisite, so I'm sorry to blow that up.
I bet
but
those
that
are quality burgers. Oh, my goodness. I bet those really are quality.
They went from
Don't
horse to the
sarcasm.
donkey. They went from horse to the donkey.
You know better than that.
Okay.
Donkey. Donkey's good meat too.
notice
They're
that
artisan burgers. They have to be good.
Yeah, you can't just use artisan for anything. Throw that around.
oh man.
Now, you says that like it's automatically a quality product, and you know it's not.
Oh well, you know how it goes with
Oh, man.
It's not like it's a Burger King burger with onion rings on it. But anyway,
you know what I ate for lunch today. You wouldn't be talking so.
what'd you eat for lunch? Fish of fillet?
No,
Vienna
No.
sausages.
Sausages. You do like your
There you
Vienna
go.
sausages.
More quality
I can
food,
go.
right? Now you're going to tell me that's gourmet. That's a gourmet sausage, right? Is
Get off
your
the
next
hangout
pitch?
right now.
If
I can get off the hangout.
If anybody ever wants to
Quick.
check out Vienna sausages, they have to watch your channel because you go through your Vienna sausages.
If we can get past all the hate,
Hey,
what I
telling it
lunch
like
to-
it is isn't hate. Just because you don't like the answer doesn't mean it's hate.
all of these people are giving me a hard time. What I ate for lunch today was Swanson chicken pot pie.
I haven't had one of those in years.
Jeez.
It was good. And I put some Dave's Insanity sauce and some sharp cheddar cheese in it and some black pepper, and I liked it.
You're big on it. You're big on the insanity sauce.
Yeah, because it's going to take me 20 years to eat the whole bottle.
Is that odd, huh? You should do a review on insanity sauce.
Oh no, it's too hot.
Have you ever seen that video I did with Stuart with the hot sauce?
I have not seen that one.
It was, my son Seamus was in that one, and it's hilarious. You got to check it out.
I'll check that.
Poor Stuart. I kind of feel bad for. I didn't realize he didn't eat any hot sauce at the time, but he wanted to have one to get on camera, and boy, it just lit him on fire.
Tom, is it better than your gravy video?
No, that gravy video is top notch.
Well, as far as the beer that I'm drinking, I've actually haven't had it yet this year. So it's the first time this year, but this is one I enjoy every year on the release. The Bell's Oberon. Probably my favorite wheat ale of all so far. It's nice and
That's
classic.
usually one of my favorite wheat ales.
And I'm going to use it in my Upland Champagne Velvet glass.
Oh, nice. I love that beer, by the way. I don't have that glass, but
Yeah.
that Upland Champagne Velvet was nice.
That's really nice, yeah.
I enjoyed the
All
hell out of
Indiana
that beer.
on us there. Beer in Indiana glass, I guess.
That is a pretty beer. Look at that.
Oh, I had it before, Rajay, and I really liked it. I didn't enjoy it, but I liked it. I want to say this real fast.
Mm-hmm.
This Milwaukee's Best Lager is comparable to the Beam's 8-star.
As far as beers and liquor, they probably would be, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably true. If you're
I
gonna
see them
buy,
both on the bottom shelf.
if you drink Milwaukee's Best, you may buy 8-star, or you may just get a bottle of Bellows, actually.
See, that's good.
Well,
That tells you spring is here. That's just so good. Ooh.
Yeah, it's cold today though in Louisiana. It's cold.
Never too
What
cold
the hell
for
is rain gonna get out here? 36. It's been raining 6 out of the 7 days.
Well, what's
Yeah.
cold in Louisiana? Anything under 60, right?
Well, it's going to get down to 53 tonight.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna get down to 30s
I
up
rest
here.
my case.
Well, Tom had the crazy storms coming through his area,
Oh,
and
really?
actually through
That's
Todd's
unreal.
area, which are in our area
A
now.
lot of folks, there's a town about 2 hours from here, West Plains. I've got a friend that has a brewery out there, Phil Wages from Wages Brewery, and he was posting pictures where all of the bridges were flooded. So they were trying to find alternate routes to get in and out of the town, and it was a bitch.
Yeah, they said some areas are going to flood. There's not much they can do about it, but
And even there were parts of the interstate, 44, that were flooded.
yeah.
Freaking thing says light snow. What the hell?
You are in Michigan, which is almost like Canada.
Anything under 3 foot is light snow in Michigan, isn't it?
And anything over 2 inches,
light snow in Michigan, isn't it?
anything
Well,
over
you're
2
gonna
inches
spend
in
half the snow
Carolina
and
is heavy
still
snow.
have to go to work, Tom.
If we get a foot of snow, it's everything shut down.
All right. Todd, since you're the newest one, pick a number between 1 and 14.
Wait a minute. What's the topic before we start?
Huh?
What's the topic?
It's not topic. It's question. I got questions, dog. I got questions.
Oh, all right.
Hey, Roger,
14 random questions. Pick
I've
one,
got
Todd.
two in my back pocket, so one day we're going to have to look at my questions in my back
Okay.
pocket.
Do that on your own show. Who interrupted RJ's?
Todd's the one. So Todd, number between 1 and 14.
Number 9.
96.
I said Todd. Stop trying to go over the number.
Hey, he stole my stick.
You said number 9. Number 9.
Oh, like the Beatles.
Wait, do I want to choose something else?
No, 9's fine.
I have that out.
Did somebody ring, ding, a ding, ding?
Oh,
Eric,
my phone going off.
Eric from Massachusetts is still trying to get in, by the way. He's just having all kinds of issues.
Someone's knocking at the door.
Do you
That's
ever
usually
get
my job.
aggravated? Do you ever get aggravated by bad beer service? And if so, what do you do usually?
Oh, yeah.
I got an answer for this one.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's a great question.
No? You say no, Todd?
I haven't said anything.
Oh.
I'm thinking. I haven't really had a lot of bad. You mean like service of them serving you the beer?
Yeah, serving the beer, how they maybe pour the beer, how do you provide
Slow,
the
maybe rude.
Rude, take a while to get your attention.
I did have one here about a month, 6 weeks ago. I ordered a beer, and it was a pale ale, and they brought out a stout. And the lady tried to argue with me that it was a pale ale, and I was like, "That's my first rodeo. I know what this is." She goes, "Yeah, you're right." I'm like, "Yeah." After like 15 minutes, I didn't say that out loud. But I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, "Yeah." After 15 minutes, you want to sit there and argue with me? Now you're gonna tell me I'm right? They didn't charge me for it. Man brought the right one, and didn't charge me for that one either. So.
Well, so it worked out for you.
That works out.
So she worked it out. So that was my most recent bad beer experience.
Maybe she was colorblind and didn't know that, IPAs aren't black like that. But anyway.
There's a tap house too, where they have like 35 taps or something. So how do you not know the
I see
difference?
the words. That's like you should know what you're doing here.
You don't know the difference between a stout and an ale. I'm like, come on.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I mean, there are places there's some tap rooms, breweries that are great, but I won't go back because they're unfriendly or pretentious. I just won't do it. There are too many great ones to go to. So yeah, I mean, if you don't have your shit together, I ain't going back.
I had great service. Sunday. That's a place, but generally, no, I don't go out a lot. But I went to a place Sunday in New Orleans on Poydras Street, and the girl, she was really nice because I thought she would be paranoid that I was doing a review at her bar, and she said, "I'll hold the camera." I said, "No," but she was willing to hold the camera. So, and then the beer service was good, although she had the glass ice cold, which
Well, that's bad. Bad
wouldn't-
service.
I wasn't. Oh
But
no,
you
but she
weren't
didn't know.
aggravated by it. Well, we drinking like a Milwaukee's Best or Miller Lite or a
I
lager
was going to say
because then maybe the glass was supposed to be
crap,
cold.
all that does
Pacifico.
Yeah, that's supposed to be cold too. That's a lager.
Yeah,
No, but
typical one, but Mexican beer you want pretty cold.
Yeah.
I thought that it could have been a little cool, a little warmer, but it was still good. I mean, it wasn't worth $5.50, but it was.
Not a Pacifico, no.
No.
The video was well received. People said, "Oh, that looks like a really nice place," and it's a wonderful place. And the fabulous. I mean, it was beyond. It was just so good. So I mean, it was a good experience, honestly. But beer service has been largely positive, although it has been also largely limited.
Because you don't go out as much.
Yeah, I'm like George Thorogood.
You drink alone, huh?
Yeah, when I'm by myself.
It
Yeah.
won't be here.
Oh, look at these guys. Oh, where were you guys at? Another hangout? You
There we go.
dabbers.
Now we got the Motley Crue bunch in.
We got the guy from the Tina Fey commercial.
And,
And one of the roadies.
and the guy from Spinal Tap.
So,
Drinking coffee? You drinking coffee, Paul?
Yeah.
you guys just got here. Well, Eric, you
You
had
got liquor in it? Tell me, please tell me you got liquor in it.
No.
You said you had an answer, Eric.
I just don't tip if I get bad. Well, usually if you get bad beer service, you're going to get bad service all around. That's
Right.
what I found out. So I just don't tip.
You're right, Eric. You're right.
But it seems like
If they get
out
pissed
there,
off, well, I guess they get pissed off.
sometimes management doesn't take pride in some of their staff. They don't train the people right, and just sometimes the people just don't know when they're doing stuff wrong as well.
I find that a
lot of
lot.
craft
that
beer
people-
bars and tap rooms. I mean, it seems to be, it seems to be trendy to be pretentious and nasty and mean. Some of them are just that way.
Yeah.
I think it's really funny when you try to educate someone that's making a mistake and they look at you like, what do you know? You don't work here. And I'm looking at them like, you do work here and you don't know.
Hey,
That's
but Rajay, don't you hate to go to a sports bar and you have to tell them what channel the baseball game is on?
That's kind of aggravating. Like they don't know where sports channels are. Yeah, you kind of should know that if you're a sports bar.
I think that's why they have those sports bars with the 35 TVs.
Yeah.
There's a different game on every single one just so they get it right.
No, I go to sports bars.
Sometimes the same game, like on over half of them, was like,
Yeah, you got the same
White Sox game.
I go to sports bars. Don't start, Eric. I go to sports bars. I go to sports bars and they got People's Court on, and I say, "Are you going to show?"
People's Court. What sports bar you go?
Yeah, what
Jerry,
are you going to?
If I walk
Yes,
into
I say, are y'all going to show the Yankees and Boston Red Sox game? Oh, what channel is it? I said, ESPN2.
probably
What's the number?
Probably the sports channel.
Yeah.
Why am I having to tell the sports bar what number ESPN2 is on? I mean, it's insanity.
Yeah.
But anyway,
If
that's
I
just
walked
another.
in, if I walked into any place and Judge Judy's on, my immediate action is to walk out.
It's
I
my place to
agree.
be.
I'm with Paul.
I'm like,
going
I gotta
Yeah.
You don't live in Louisiana. You don't live in the bizarre Louisiana.
Oh no! I just walked out of my mom's house yesterday. I went, "Oh, see you." Yeah, it was on. I was like, "Hey, mom! Oh, I gotta go."
Is that just Judy? I'm out.
Yeah, so she's like,
I love you,
like,
Mom,
wait.
but I can't do
Yeah.
this.
she
Yeah.
said, "Wait in the
But she's
fucking
so
car,
hot."
I'll be over in a minute." My mom?
Just Judy,
My
I
mom-
think someone said.
I was gonna say my mom looks like me. She's definitely not hot. Yeah.
Judge Judy's a MILF.
Actually, I think at this point in time, I was gonna say Judge Judy by this time is probably in the GILF.
That's what I'll say. She's a grandma, I think.
Yeah.
MILF.
So prejudice. Hey, Craig, welcome from Great Britain.
Hello.
Yeah,
How's it
so
going?
Craig, since you just got here, go and introduce yourself and your channel and stuff, and then we'll get Paul.
Yeah, from the UK, doing reviews for getting on nearly 2 years, and yeah, just enjoying having good beer, really. on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all that nonsense.
Oh.
And YouTube, yeah, said that. I'm currently drinking this. It's a collaboration beer with Verdant.
Oh, nice. What style is that one?
Down in A, and Howling Hops, which is a London brewery.
Double IPA.
8 mansions, yeah, 9%. Not bad. Just reviewed that. I've just reviewed this, which is coconut stout.
Nice.
A nice play on words there. That's 6.5. I had a couple of beers earlier, which were really good. And I might crack into.
Well, what
this
was your?
bad boy.
Did you get your Paradox or the what one from BrewDog that you were drinking in?
Yeah, I done that earlier. The was it Dead?
I just
Dead Mon.
Dead Metaphor.
Dead Metaphor. Yeah, I had that earlier.
Yeah. How was it?
Amazing. I mean, it's getting on 4 years old.
Well,
now.
don't rub it in my face. Like, you can say it's good.
I thought you liked that. That's how you liked it, Paul.
Yeah, well,
all over my face and my big old thingies. But
Sorry,
no,
Well, hey guys,
about-
I hate to cut
I
this
thought we
short,
were
but
talking about the
I had a
beer.
pie in the oven and the dinger just went off, so I'm gonna hop
is
out
that
there and go
is
get
that a euphemism?
Okay.
It's
I
a
think that's a
ding.
euphemism. That's a euphemism. But yeah, I'd love to try that. But the thing is, over where I'm at, that particular beer could range from anywhere up to $28.
yeah, right.
It's
I hope
just-
Tom was going to get a mincemeat pie.
He had a pie in the oven. He said he was going to go get one.
Jay.
So,
Yes, but
some of you
I
that
hope
are
it was-
tuning in, you may recognize Craig because he does a Tina Fey commercial for American Express. So
I said, I
he's
hope
the
it was
guy getting the ballot.
He's a star, though. He's
But Paul from the great Key State, why don't you introduce yourself and whatever you're drinking
Hi,
tonight?
I'm Paul from PA Brew News. I'm drinking coffee, and on my channel, I show my alcoholism and disdain for humanity. The end.
There you go. Oh, that's the shortest I think I've ever heard Paul do anything there. So it must cut him off.
There you go.
I was going to say short and to the point.
Yeah. And then we just had William drop in. What's going on, William?
Yeah, I thought I'd do a double header tonight. I
There
just
you
finished a Jim Beam hangout.
Watch out, that Jay Terry will get you drunk.
So I'll grab a beer in a minute. I just got some beers on a road trip I made to Kentucky, so I'll grab one in a few minutes.
Nice. And William, you're out of North Carolina. We haven't got you getting the YouTube channel yet either, but you need one.
One thing I know, the last time I was on here, you were drinking a Goodwood beer, as I recall.
Yes.
And I saw those in Kentucky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they're based out of Louisville.
I've got a great tagline for that company. Are you drinking Goodwood, or are you just glad to see me?
I think everybody's had puns with the Goodwood name.
Yeah.
Goodwood, he's probably just happy to see you.
Yeah.
Rajay, you
Yes,
want to
sir.
hear something?
Sure.
There used to be a company in Louisiana called Wagner, and they sold meat. It was called Wagner's Meat.
Faulkner.
Okay?
Wagner's meat?
Yeah, Wagner Meat.
Wagner or Wagner?
Wagner Meat. It was very big in Louisiana before Hurricane Katrina, and their tagline was, "You cannot beat Wagner's Meat."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Can't
just
beat
thinking. I was just thinking like wag your meat. Wag it. You can't beat it. Can't beat it, baby. I haven't met a piece of meat I haven't beat yet. So just watch out.
Their tagline was, "You
Somewhere there's a
can't
meat
beat Wagner's
wagon joke.
You're not beating my meat.
Yeah, there was a thing in.
Apparently the meat was very high quality. I never went to Wagner's Meat, but it was kind of an iconic New Orleans place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a place in Berwick that's a hoagie shop, and their catch line is the best 10 inches in town. So it's like, yeah, I got you. I got you.
I like Philly cheesesteaks. I went to some Philly cheesesteaks before I went to the Philadelphia Phillies game.
Yeah, so far that place in Berwick is still my favorite cheesesteak. I mean, I've had some pretty good contenders, but yeah, a good cheesesteak is hard to beat.
Yeah, especially after being out that night. Nothing sobs up the alcohol like grease.
Actually, that rolled up pizza worked out pretty well.
Yeah, you need a video on how Paul eats pizza. That's going to get some views.
There you go.
Can I say this about Pennsylvania real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
not about the hills and everything again, right? Not driving through.
That's
No, that was an intentionally wacky, off the wall video, as you well know. we were trying to be as outlandish as we could be.
Oh, it's yours.
Because half the video got deleted. But if you'll notice, I watched the playback. A lot of flags were not in that playback. But anyway, the best meal, true story, the best meal I ever had in Pennsylvania was a roasted chicken with potatoes and some kind of greens. I think it might have been broccoli, with a Genesee lager out of the bottle in 1997 in a town called Hop Bottom, Pennsylvania. Hop Bottom, Pennsylvania.
Hop Bottom.
On old US, yes,
You remember the
old
year?
US highway. For the year 1997 on old US Highway 11. My daughter and myself drove. Highway 11 runs from New Orleans to Quebec, Canada, and we drove all the way from New Orleans to Quebec, Canada, and we stopped in Hop Bottom at this restaurant, and we got the baked chicken with the baked potato and the broccoli. I think it was broccoli with the Genesee lager in the bottle, and I just remember just every bite was so wonderful.
Yeah.
That's an important Pennsylvania memory.
I've been all the way up and down 11 in Pennsylvania, so I know I've had to driven past it. And back in 1997, Genesee Lager from the bottle was probably one of the best craft beers that you could buy at the time, for sure. Absolutely.
Had anything?
Because
I've had Genesee Lager since then, but it seemed like it wasn't the same.
No, I mean it's rivers get more polluted. Rivers get cleaned up. I don't know. My grandfather, well, I mean, he just passed away this year, but my grandfather always drank Jenny. Yeah, he drank.
The only Genesee we get here is like the ice that I usually see.
That was in northeastern Pennsylvania, in the Appalachian Mountains on an old U.S. highway, and it was a fabulous visit.
That's our
right,
Northeast
Craig.
PA, baby.
Craig, give me a number between 1 and 14.
7.
7. All right.
Not been taken.
So this is something I've wondered, because I see people like on Untapped that go through and do all these reviews, and they're like doing these reviews really so fast that like they have to be doing like small size beers. But can people that only review beers by taster size really give a true review of that beer?
What?
A taster size.
If you're drinking a 4-ounce beer, how can you really give a full review of how that beer actually is?
Well, generally speaking, it's a 3-ounce beer. I think taster size is 3 ounces, isn't it?
We get 4 or 5, but I mean that's our flight sizes here.
Well, flight, yeah, and
there are some with 3. You're right. There are some with 3.
To do that, I would say, and now people can disagree because people do that, which they're wrong if they ever disagree with me. But the thing is, you have to let it warm. Then, if you're going to get those beers, you can't review them cold,
right?
To get full flavors out of them that quickly. So you're going to have to let them sit. You're going to have to let them warm up, and then you're going to have to taste them to get the full flavors in that short of a amount.
If I got a taster, like a little kind of shot glass is normally what we get, or a dribble in a, half a pint, whatever. Then I'm just like, yeah, I'll try it, and then if I like it, I'll buy it, and then I might review it. And then
it'd be like if it's really questionable if you can review a beer after only 3 ounces. I think it's
I
good idea.
I wouldn't personally.
Like if I have a beer this size in a Samuel Adams,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really able to really give a full review off of that type of beer.
No. I would discount that.
Right,
review.
but some people do that out there. It seems.
Well, I mean, like there's plenty of people out there. Me being myself, one of them at some point in time. I think I was drunk. I can't remember. But we did bottle shares, and sometimes there was only a 12-ounce bottle, and there was 3 guys.
Right.
So we all shared it. It was a big old boozy son of a bitch or something like that. But it was room temperature already. We took our time with it, and you pulled the notes out. You can pull as many notes out of the 4-ounce as you can a 22-ounce, as long as the beer is at the right proper temperature and stuff that is ready for a review like that.
I think if you take your time,
if you take a pint, 12-ounce pint from the brewery, when they give it to you at 45 degrees or whatever, the first 3 or 4 chugs could be 8 ounces if you really chug it. But I don't think you're going to get all those flavors.
But optimally, I'm not going to talk a whole lot more. But optimally,
everybody laughs.
Optimus Prime.
I'll take that bet.
You're on the words spoken after this point.
Go ahead, Jay.
I take that as an insult. Optimally,
No. Puffing that skin up there, buddy.
Optimally.
yeah, right. That word.
Mm-hmm.
Review a beer at least 6 times or 5 or 6 times to get a true handle on it. But it's not practical, because if you say I'm going to drink the beer 6 times and review it 6 times to get a good score, you'd never get to anything. So, like, do it with 4. It's not really fair.
I don't think you'd do it 6 times though. I mean, look at like people that do wine. You're not going to do 6 wine glasses.
I mean, like, yeah.
I know, but what I'm saying is, to be fair, you want to think about it more than drink on it. You want to think on it more than drink on it.
Mm-hmm. I don't.
But in a practical sense, you would never really review anything.
No.
I mean, yeah, I give you've watched my reviews. Perhaps I drink it and say, oh, it's this and that. But I try to be fair with it, and that's why I tend to be more. I try to be more favorable towards a beer than unfavorable, because I'm understanding the context in which I'm reviewing it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only drinking a few ounces. It's a 10-minute video at the most.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can make a lot of mistakes in a 10-minute video reviewing 5 or 6 ounces. So I try to be favorable towards the beer. Unfortunately, when I did the Camo series, there was not much I could do with that.
Right. Yeah. Well, the problem is with me is like I want I look in a beer review, I want the initial reaction that you get from drinking the beer, and the initial reaction is going to be the reaction anyone that picks it up for the first time drinks it. I want to give my reaction as the initial reaction. I don't want to give my reaction as a seasoned veteran at that beer, because by this time I could pull a million flavors out that I couldn't get the first time. So, when someone goes over and drinks the beer and goes, well, you said all this stuff and I'm not getting it at all. You know what I mean? But yeah, but I've been drinking for 10 days straight. And
it's fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh, live, things like that.
I think most people want that initial.
I tend to agree with that also.
And in 10 minutes, you can make some really, really funny mistakes and comments and spill your beer and break your glass and all those kind of funny things. So it's really great. Better than a rehearsed, See, because sometimes if it's too rehearsed, and a lot of guys do all this rehearsal stuff to make them look like a professional when they're not. And then the other thing, people do a lot of rehearsing to make them seem almost like a spokesperson for the damn brewery. You know what I mean? Like just like.
I'll name names actually.
Oh.
Well, bring the drama for your mama.
Save the drama. Save
the drama.
Save the drama for your mama.
We don't need to put anybody on Front Street, I guess.
Yeah, but to be fair, haven't I always named names? I know who he's talking about.
You wouldn't name the name earlier. You wouldn't name the name earlier before we went on live.
I'm not going to name names, but if I was,
this is the name that I would name.
No, I mean I'm not. Rajay, come on now. I'm not going to name.
I know. I know.
but I know. Wait a minute. I know who's out there paying to pull a crowd. I know who's out there paying people to You know what I mean? They're paying for subscriptions.
Mhm.
I mean, that doesn't bother me.
Some people pay for them, yeah.
Yeah, some people pay for subscriptions, and it really taps my ass, baby.
Oh,
you know-
Dusty Rose don't like that.
Taps my ass, baby.
It really taps
I don't
my
care.
ass.
I don't care if they pay a service to pull a crowd, because that's an option you can choose to.
Yeah.
I have a problem when they pay a service to pull a crowd, and then they brag about the crowd.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a arrogance.
Right. It's like you have 30,000 subscribers, but if you look at your view count, it's really minimal. So you have 30,000 subscribers, and you have 300 of them who actually watch.
Yeah, I was just saying it's like 3% of them actually watch your videos, but you have 30,000. So what the hell does it make?
But then the breweries will send these guys more beers to review just based
Right.
on amount of subscribers
Right.
they've got.
You're right. You're right, Craig. You're right. But I'm not doing it. I don't care. I'm not doing it. I am not going to go out on the street corner with fishnet stockings and high heels and ask people.
Not today.
Who wants to see Jay go out in the street corner with fish nets and high heels?
You know, honestly, I have to tell you, the breeze is actually very refreshing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just saying, not out of experience, except I can't talk about it. I'm just saying, it's very refreshing.
This coconut stout's nice.
Oh, good.
Subtle change of topic there.
It bothers me. Oh, look at all my admirers. And I'm saying, yeah, but you paid them to be your admirer.
Yeah.
If I have a girlfriend,
Like joining a fraternity for.
if I have a girlfriend and I have to pay her every time she kisses me, you might question her devotion to me.
You know, the funny thing is that was my marriage for a while. That was weird.
I have to pay someone a hell of a lot of money, Jay, to have.
The pay for play system.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Although,
We want
technically,
more money. We want more money.
You always want more money. Wife is the most expensive prostitute you'll ever get.
so anybody else got anything to say about that one?
Breweries aren't dumb enough to send me free beer.
Oh, not the free beer.
Me either, Paul. Me either.
It's coming, Eric. It's coming.
Here's my beer. Genesee Bock.
Miller can send me all the Miller Lite they want. I'll be just as happy.
Well, they don't have
Right.
problems for sales or anything. They don't know.
William torments me with that beer once a week.
What Genesee is it?
The Genesee Bock.
Genesee Bock?
That is a wonderful beer, from what I understand. One of my former
I got
beer
this in
partners.
Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, at the In-N-Out Beverage, their warehouse. I got a 12-pack for $8.59.
Oh,
That's good.
Here's a nice roasted malt.
Wow.
Nice.
it's a beautiful.
I think
looking
this is
product.
one of the best beers anywhere. It's pretty good. Very malt forward, delicate sweetness. I think that they knocked it out of the park. I think it's better than their cream ale, and I'm really enjoying it.
Interesting.
What's the ABV again?
It's 5.2 or 5.4. It's in the low 5 range.
Oh, I would love to buy that beer.
All right, William, give me a number between 1 and 14.
In reference to what? And the number, I mean.
Just give me a number, just a number.
Penis inches, go.
1 to 14. I've heard of a 1 to 10 scale. 1 to 14.
I mean, not a rating scale. Give me a number. Just give me a number between 1
8
and
is enough. 8.
8. Okay. That's what's funny though. Right? He's trying to rate it out. Like, no, not to rate it to 14.
Just give me a number.
You were given the keys to party at one brewery for the night and drink all you want. Which brewery do you choose?
That's easy.
I mean, yeah, obviously it's Budweiser. I'm just saying, I would go with. I know, and this is so close, but yet so far away. I don't know if you guys have any breweries that you're like that, where they're so literally close, but they're so far away because you can't get their shit. Evolution Brewing Company from Hagerstown, Maryland. I can't get their shit, but they're lot number 3 IPA. I did a review and I went, oh, fuck. It was good.
So
I chugged the whole thing and I'm like, it was really good. Bye, guys. Sorry. Yeah, so if I was locked in there, I would just go to town on that beer all night long.
So that's one to keep an eye out for, that Evolution Brewing.
Yeah, lot number 3. I just, whoa, shit.
Who else would have one?
That's a hard question, because do you answer of just the breweries that you've actually been to, or the ones that you would like to go to?
Anything in the world.
Yeah, anyone in the world. But I think it probably might be one you've had that might have been a good brewery, but maybe not. Maybe it's one you haven't been to yet, but you've seen everything about it. Maybe it's like,
Well, do a local one and then do a world one. Do 2. Yeah. Like if I had a world one, I'd use Fuller's. I'd go to Fuller's.
Fuller's,
Chiswick Lane. I'd go there.
There you go. So, do a local and do a world.
Yeah, there you go.
If I'm locked into a brewery for an hour or for the all night, I don't give a shit where it's at. I'm just going to be happy that I'm there getting free beer all night.
So you have no favorite breweries, is what you're saying?
But I'm just, I don't know. There's a lot that I can't get or haven't had that I can't say yay or nay about. That was my point, I guess.
Well, it's people like you.
Of the ones that I've had, I would have to say it'd be a toss-up between Three Floyds and Founders, but you can get those
anywhere.
Yeah, but there's still great choices.
Yeah, but if you're locked in there for a night, you can drink all the zombie dust you wanted to.
Woo woo.
That's what I was getting at, I guess.
Just say a name.
You know what's comical?
So those would be my 2: Three Floyds or Founders. Either one of those.
All right. What about you, Jay?
It's comical because he says Budweiser. Actually went to that brewery in Houston, Texas, and they almost fulfilled your question answer. They gave me pretty much unlimited beer to drink because I bought the ticket for the BeerVentures tour, which was a 2-hour tour. It's fabulous. There's Eric.
Yeah, he's like,
hello.
He's like shuffling his office around or something.
Yeah,
he's pulling a John with the background noises.
As usual.
And he's doing a very good job with that. Yeah. I might add. Oh, left hand. Well, anyway, I'm left-handed, so I'm kind of outcast as from the default. But I went to the Anheuser-Busch Brewery and I paid the $25 for the BrewMasters tour, and then I was the only one on the tour, literally the only one on the tour, because it was 10:30 in the morning, not 6 a.m. Tom Beer Whisper. But so the girl says, "Heck, I mean, they were all bored. They're employees, right? They're sitting around bored to death. So they just say, try this, try that, try this, try that. They just gave me unlimited beer to drink. Just try this. You're only supposed to get like 5 on the tour, but they were like, heck, you can drink as many as you want." And so I did get unlimited. Were they great? No, but they were free. And they were.
But if you had to think to stay the night, you're not going to choose Budweiser, are you?
I could go to that Mexican restaurant that was just about a half a mile west of the brewery. Well, that was a great place. And the amount of food you got was incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, it would probably be Samuel Smith's.
Samuel Smith's would be a bad
one.
They've got a lot of great beers.
Their beer is kind of heavy, you know. If I was looking to gain weight, that would be a great place because their beers are heavy.
Yeah.
They're a bit
stout, chocolate stout. Oh, you can gain a lot of weight at that place.
Yeah, you only partying for one night, so you'd be all right.
Yeah. Okay. So should I drink any of this, or should I just like cool it?
No, you keep drinking.
Have some more.
Lay your hair down.
God. Don't entice the man.
What about you, Eric or Eric?
What was the question? I didn't hear the question.
If you had you're given the keys to party at one brewery for the night and drink all you want, which one do you choose?
Oh, I'm not going to say the obvious answer. I'm not going to say the obvious answer, but I would probably choose
one local or one around the world.
Okay, I would choose Ballast Point out of anybody.
Ballast Point.
Ah,
That's good.
Yeah, I think. I mean, they were the first ones that real. I mean, the first one that really got me on the IPA kick was Green Flash. But I think Ballast Point is one of those breweries to me, except for their Dead Ringer Oktoberfest. Every one of their beers I've ever had have not sucked one bit. Everything they make is pretty quality stuff, and I could be almost happy drinking anything from them and be happy.
Nice. Michigan, Eric?
It'd have to be Founders. Every beer I've had from the Founders Brewery has just been decent to outstanding.
Can't disagree with that.
Here and there too, if you've ever been.
Yeah. What about you, William?
I would probably go to Labatt's. Not
Labatt's?
for beer, but I would probably hope I could summon the ghost of Pamela Anderson. Maybe she could join me for a night of drinking. I'm going to look at it from that perspective.
You mean Anna Nicole Smith, don't you?
Yeah, because Pamela's not going anywhere.
Well, actually, she's in
Unless
my
he has
basement.
hepatitis, so you might be better with Anna Nicole.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's in my basement at the moment. She's almost gonna die, but she's not there yet.
She was discovered when they put her face on a video screen at a CFL football game. and Labatt's sort of grabbed her up, and she started doing some promotional work for them. So I'm hoping that maybe some of her, part of her may be still lingering in the brewery. So that's where I would go.
I have no idea. Like, sometimes I say the dangest things. I don't know what it is, but I remember watching Anna Nicole Smith's funeral or something like that, because they were in the Bahamas burying her, and they were in a big store, and all the TVs were going, and for some reason everyone was watching, and I was like, and it just came out of my mouth. I was like, huh, why don't they just throw her in the river like all the other dead hookers? And then everyone just like stopped and was like, oh my God, what the fuck is this guy? Hey.
Nobody breaks up a party like Paul.
Yeah. I just looked at everybody and said, have a nice night. And I just walked away.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm like, and I'm out. So I was like, there you go. I was like, yeah. Well, I don't know.
Well, I think for me, locally, we have one here. Todd may have had them. I don't know if Jay's had them or not. If anybody's got them down there, but Mad Tree locally.
Oh yeah.
Because Mad Tree has like a wide range of everything across the board.
Nice.
So
Nice.
they're not known for one good thing. They do a lot of good things.
Nice.
And then on a bigger scale, actually, I'm kind of between what Eric is actually kind of drinking left hand or up in New York, Schmaltz Brewing, because they have so many fabulous beers that they do.
Schmaltz.
Yeah. So I like a lot of their beers.
Hey, look what I'm giving you.
2 thumbs up from Jay. That's the night, everybody.
I'm out.
I'm out.
2 thumbs up equals about a B+ rating, right?
B+.
Are you a liar? Tony, I have a story about Coney Island Human Blockhead Barrel Age. That's the only beer that made me lay down on my carpet. I woke up 2 hours later.
I have
Really?
I've had that beer.
Human Blockhead Barrel Age. That was a dynamite lager, but it was too strong. It was too strong.
Knocked you out.
It's not made anymore. It's no longer produced. But it was what 11 or 12%.
It was like 11, I think.
Yeah, Schmaltz does some big beers.
That was a knockout beer.
All right, Paul, give me a number.
Can I do that one?
Do what?
Yeah. It's, you didn't let him answer. I mean, you rude son of a.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's my fault. Go ahead.
I mean, just because we whipped the shit out of
Greg,
him with.
you're dealing with like a bunch of Americans. You got to jump up. You got to bark a little more, man.
Come on, Craig.
Don't worry, I've got a credit card. It's fine. But no, I think for me locally, there's a brewery called Time and Tide, which is about not even 5 miles away from me, 6 miles, something like that. Don't always get their beers sometimes, and they're really good. They're starting to branch out into the UK. And then globally, it's difficult. I'm torn between Stone in California.
Don't be.
To try some of their Enjoy By series and stuff like that. We don't get nothing like that.
Because you only get the ones out of Berlin, so over here people say it's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, in the brewery, they have a bunch of shipped on barrels that they don't release. So.
Right. Yeah. So that'd be a good party, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
that's
agree
me.
with that.
Yeah.
You were your tour between Stone and who?
Treehouse.
Treehouse. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had any Treehouse or Trillium.
I've never had Treehouse, but I'll still have a party there.
You know what, Rajay, Terran, the Saint Sixtus Abbey, and drank the West Terran 12. Let me.
I don't think they'd let me in.
Yeah.
Do they allow to have parties at a monastery?
Yeah. Well, then you got Duvel. You
Problem.
can do if you go to a monastery.
Mhm.
Yeah, invite them over to your house, right?
Whoever
Yeah.
makes
Okay.
Shanae, you wouldn't need to drink any more than those three because they will
Oh, I
not.
love that stuff.
You,
I
you
love
can't
that
drink
stuff.
more. You can't drink more of the three of them because you're so freaking bloated and gassy that you
Right.
can't. I'm done. I'm out.
Good point.
All right, Paul, give me a number now.
Lucky 13.
13.
That's it.
Your favorite song about drinking?
Mm,
One bourbon, one scotch,
You
and
got a lot of music stuff.
hmm. My favorite song about drinking.
beer, corporate money.
I'm useless. Don't ask me this one.
Pretty much has to be country, right?
Hmm?
Every modern country song, right?
Yeah.
Bro country.
All right, guys, I gotta go. I have to be at work early tomorrow morning.
No, you don't.
Take care, mate.
Early tomorrow morning before you do your first drink.
You know what?
Give it to her, right?
All right, Dick.
I can guarantee that I can. If you would like me to, I can guarantee that I will never appear on this again.
I doubt that.
You never get rid
To
of
be,
it.
I mean, why am I being abused?
It's all in good fun. If they didn't abuse you, it'd be somebody else.
Yeah.
You can say that, but they seem to have a really exuberant enthusiasm for abuse towards me. Hey, but you know what? I also have to wake up very early so I can watch all the Major League Baseball highlights, and that's important. So, you know, it's Thursday night, so there's not as many games today, but still, I'll probably get up about 2:50 a.m. If I can pull it off, I'll get up at 2:45. So y'all take care. Don't drink too much, and have a good weekend.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers, Jay.
Cheers, mate.
Happy Cinco de
the
Mayo.
Country Club.
You got a song?
Country club.
Do you have a drinking song before you leave?
Yeah, I Drink Alone by George Thorogood.
Not
And
bad.
the Destroyers
Yeah, don't forget
of Delaware.
the Destroyers.
Delaware. By the way,
Players.
oh yeah, I have some of their albums. And by the way, this Clubhouse Gin is not bad, although it is bizarre and unusual. All right, take care, everybody.
See,
Cheers.
Yes. A
You got
great
a song,
collaboration then.
Review was kind of. I think that review was kind of bizarre and unusual.
Well, that's the funny thing is there's so many songs that it's like there's a band called Alcoholocaust, which makes all crazy ass fucking drinking songs, and Tom Angel Ripper, he does all fucking drinking songs, and
That
I
sounds like
always
CP.
like the Wild Rover, an Irish drinking song, and then Tear covered it too, and that's always a fun song to drink too. And Copa Kalani has a song called Beer. It's
Yep.
pretty fun.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah,
Yep.
pretty fun.
Beer.
Oh, it was was it Merle Haggard that I think I'll just stay here and drink. I think that's Merle Haggard. That's always a good one.
pretty good. That's pretty good. What about you, Eric? You're a musician.
I would say one scotch, one bourbon, one beer, and that I'm trying to even remember who originally did the song in the 60s. Why can't I think of his name? The guy that was in the Blues Brothers, and he plays the song Boom, Boom, Boom. I cannot remember that guy's name.
Yeah.
That is correct. I like that version a little better than George Thorogood, but that's a great song. Beer. There's classic Whiskey in Jar, the Thin Lizzy version, not the Metallica version.
Thin Lizzy.
Anybody else?
Exactly.
I really don't have one.
Yeah.
I've got.
I've always heard in quote that if you take
Sorry.
a case of beer plus an AC/DC album always equals party.
Well, AC/DC you can always put on and listen to. Yeah.
Yeah, have a drink on
I was
me. There you
looking
go.
for songs that was like with beer in or drinking in it kind of thing.
Mhm.
I got one.
What's that?
What made Milwaukee famous made a loser out of me. Jerry Lee Lewis.
There you go.
Wow.
Redone by many other country artists, but
Well, yeah, was it Roger Miller saying "Dang me"? All about drinking.
that was dang me. They'll take a rope and hang me.
Yeah. Hang from a high tree. Woman, would you weep for me?
Country
Because
music failed drinking songs. That's basically
drank
what it's about.
because he went to the bar with his buddies. Like, oh yeah, sorry about that. I'm yeah, whoops, drank all the money away. Sorry about that.
Well, I'll say Beastie Boys, Brass Monkey, because that's always good.
Oh God.
Boys, yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
I've tried the Brass Monkey before. I do not recommend it.
All right, give me another number. Who didn't give me a number yet? Who was it?
2.
7.
2? I think.
Oh, you said 2.
Oh, 2. That could be like the daily double right there.
Ding, ding, ding,
This
ding,
has
ding.
been a hot topic. This has been a hot topic this week.
Oh God, no.
Well, not that other hot topic. This hot topic.
No, not the store at the mall.
Craft beer buyouts. Bullshit or good shit?
Depends
I'm-
on the quality. If they keep the quality at a good price, then it's good. If not, then it's fucking bad. The end. Goodbye. Stop talking about it. Move on. Boom, 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 boom.
yeah.
What do you mean by
What
quality,
he
Paul?
said.
Yeah, the quality. If they still use the same quality ingredients and the beer does not lose any of its hop flavor or this or that or ABV or blah blah
You
blah,
don't skimp.
you get the same beer. Like for instance, St. James, Ireland, has a brewery in New Brunswick that does the Foreign Extra Stout now, and it's shit.
Mhm.
So you know what? That was bad. And then you have Lagunitas, who basically got bought out, has started a new company in Chicago and still producing kick-ass fucking shit. Lucky 13. So that is good. You know what I
But
mean?
do
There
you
go.
think it's that, or do you think they're trying to get in on for distribution stuff?
Well, they're getting on because a lot of times most breweries have shit distribution, and because of the
Right.
licenses that big companies have, they can distribute their beer farther afield, basically, and get fresher beer to people who want to drink it, and usually at a very good price. So that is fine. Now, if you're going to dumb down the beer, add bad crap to it to make it mass marketable and stuff like that, then you can go fuck yourself. But other than that, it's pretty damn good. There's multiple reasons. There's multiple reasons, and the other reason why, I mean, this thing what started the buy-ups is they want a demographic. They always want to be on the winning side. So AB, InBev, blah blah blah. They were buying the competitors.
Get their fingers in the pie.
Yeah, it's prima nocte. If you
Mm-hmm.
can't force them out, you breed them out, or in this case, you buy them out. This has been going on with different things all over the world. They want a demographic. That's why Pepsi owns part of Coca-Cola. They always win, no matter what. That's how that just works. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I expect this. And by this time next year, don't be surprised if Firestone Walker or the brewery or Trillium or Treehouse is owned by an AB InBev, because it happens. Because it's business. People make money. That's why they started this thing. They like beer, but they like money better. And that's why people start businesses.
It's capitalism, right?
Capitalism, baby.
Basically.
So,
No, so I mean,
go ahead, Craig.
Another one is yes, if the beer quality is still good, that's fair enough, and they've been bought out by AB InBev because they do control a lot of the distributions, certainly in America or Molson Coors or whatever. They could just get their beer and then just chuck it in a warehouse for 4 or 5 months or whatever, and then by the time you actually go and buy the beer,
you have to get
you're
it
going to turn
fresh.
people off
Yeah.
beer because it's old.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
Well, actually,
then
the
they're
thing
gonna go
is,
back to-
buying a quality brewery, there's two underhanded things these AB InBevs are doing. One is less underhanded than the other. Buying a craft brewery and getting the craft brewery to good distribution, and that's why these guys are opening up different facilities too, because they can get beer to you better, faster, and fresher.
Right.
Now the
you'd
underhanded
hope
thing,
so.
the underhanded thing that these AB bastards have been doing and whatnot, except for have been basically buying shit breweries that they know are shit breweries and pushing them in other people's faces to give you bad beer and to discredit craft beer. Now that's bullshit. And they were doing that for quite a while until they switched to this new thing of let's just buy the bitches. You know what I mean? So I prefer the let's just buy the bitches mentality to then instead of sabotaging.
Yeah, but they've got control over what goes on the shelf as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, they always will. They own, like in Canada, they basically own all the basically LCBOs and stuff like that. They dictate at the end of the day what goes on what shelf anyway.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But they're always going to have a lot of shelf space for your usual Bud Light and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
But that's why in Canada, the American style lagers and light lagers and malt liquors are traditionally at a higher price point than the craft beers for that exact reason. The craft beer doesn't necessarily, I mean, they do to a certain extent in Canada, but they don't follow those guidelines quite as heavily. They don't follow that style of thought quite as heavily as the Coors and the Labatt's are going to push certain other kinds of beers in the market, which is strange to us because we see it the other way around in America that craft beer is always going to be a little bit more expensive. And for me, it doesn't matter who buys out who. I think if the quality stays the same and they let the breweries do what they're going to do and they leave them alone in the brewing process, kind of like with Bourbon County Stout in Goose Island, they just kind of let that, that's been such a successful project for those guys. They just leave it alone. I think if for certain beer brands, for certain beers that have been brewed and that have been really successful before a buyout, they need to leave those things alone because it's almost like the traditional Coors, Millers, Bud Light drinker, Coke, Pepsi drinker. There's going to be people that are on the side for one team, and they primarily just drink those things. So if quality starts going down, as we saw with Schlitz in the 70s, then their sales are going to tank, and they're going to notice quickly that.
Yeah, but you brought up like the Bourbon County, for instance. They started having issues after they were bought out. But yet,
that's true. You're right.
But people still go back to it. So,
yeah, they had issues.
Was it 2015?
They had issues before, but the thing is, the nice thing about bourbon, if you look at Bourbon County, they don't need to do their core range anymore. So now they started focusing on these different barrel variants, different styles, and you can actually get them now instead of driving to the brewery. That's a good thing. That's where the quality is the quality still there. They can experiment more. It's not, let's see what budget we have to do a beer. They're like, we have a fucking amazing budget now. Let's go crazy and do a bunch of fucking beer. I mean, and then do enough of it to actually get it to people who want to drink it. This is great.
Just like Ballast Point is getting to places now it wasn't getting to before. And you have like Eric's drinking Left Hand, and I believe it was Left Hand who signed up with Pabst. So they're going to be going to places they haven't been going before. Right. So in that regard, it's kind of good. It gets into a situation, though, for some people that, like, for instance, if I use, like, the Walmart example, like, I don't shop at Walmart because I don't like what Walmart does. I think it kills a lot of local businesses. I don't believe in their business model. For some people in craft beer, they're kind of that way, too, where they like to support the community more, and that's where it becomes the issue of these big brewers buying them. The quality still remain the same, but you're not putting dollars into Joe or Donna's, whoever's running that brewery's pocket in your community anymore. You're putting it in the big executive's pocket.
It's really funny.
I think it's a subject that's going to split opinion. I mean, you can have the elitists that will just not buy their beers after they've been bought out, which is fine. It depends where you are with it. At the end of the day, you're never going to stop it, whether you buy them or not.
Why not encourage them to do the proper thing and make proper beer and spread craft beer without ruining it. Encourage them to do the right thing. Say, good, I'm glad. You didn't fuck this one up. Good job. Keep doing this.
Funny thing is, I just think back to that hypocrisy. I think back to that hypocrisy in 2015 when they ran that commercial from Budweiser, cracking jokes about the brewers. At the same time, they were buying them up. Like the people they were trying to make fun of, they were going to buy them so they can get the part of that market share.
It's because they mock and point it out because they're terrified about losing demographic money.
They don't want. They don't want the mainstream to know that they're buying these breweries out though, because it's just gonna, I
always think it's funny when a macro beer opens another thing. They open a facility. when a micro beer opens a new one, they open up a brewery. They're little different things. It's just like
Right.
it's a little bit of a different world, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a big debate in the UK at the moment on several Facebook forums. Rod, you probably know what I'm on about.
Oh yeah.
And Paul. So, but it's it's just I can't be arsed with it. It's just
It got kind
too
of
much
crazy on that
politics
thread.
again. It's like, leave me alone. I'm having a beer. Fuck off.
Yeah.
If you don't like the fact that this is happening or that is happening, just shut the hell up and don't buy it. I don't care.
Are you all playing nice over here?
What did you say? Shut
Oh,
the
hello
fuck
again.
Breaking
up.
out your
Is that the one?
Magnum PI outfit with no shirt there.
Did you guys start picking on poor Jay when I left?
No.
Oh God, he's naked.
But
He's naked with his dick in a pie.
I am, yeah. I am wearing boxer briefs. I'm not totally naked today. I'm not
Right.
free balling that bit.
You know,
Keep
it's
it
called
brief.
professional.
Free balling,
It's called-
like I'm hitting the heartbreakers.
I'm strategically hiding my nipples because I don't want to turn anybody on.
Just keep it brief.
Tom hitting the ball breakers.
I just do this for
Show
you.
it all.
Does that do anything for you?
No.
Of course.
and by the way,
Put them on the glass. Put them on
I
the
have very
glass.
sensitive nipples.
Bruce that loves
Oh, you want to see?
God.
It's nice to see you.
Put them on the
anyway,
glass,
but,
Tom.
yeah. Just.
But William, what do you think about it?
Well, you mentioned about the
Tim Bruce said,
hypocrisy is
"Damn,
not limited to the beer industry.
sorry." It's just when I saw a comment, Tim's like, "Damn, he's naked." It's funny.
Hypocrisy is not limited to the beer industry. Politicians all the time bash Wall Street. Behind the scenes, they're more than happy to take their money for political contributions.
Oh, sure, yeah,
Mhm.
And mergers and acquisitions, it's a fact of life.
yeah.
You just have
It
to
happens every day.
and whether it's in the beer community or whatever, I think if the product stays consistent and it expands the distribution where more people are able to get the beer, I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
But some people, if you're going to psychoanalyze every purchase you make about its origin and how everything like that, you have to do it across the board, not just with beer. With your vehicle, with your entertainment, with your smartphone.
I don't think you do. I think you can draw the line where you want to. I don't think you have to say, well, I'm only buying local for everything. I think people can make the choices they want to. I mean, I have the ability to buy local beer. I don't have the ability to buy local groceries. So, yeah, I think that one-size-all approach doesn't fit, and it doesn't make sense.
But if you
Different for
do like he does make a good point. If you psychoanalyze everything that you have to do, you're losing something in the translation. You're losing a little bit of the fun out of just going, just have a
Exactly.
beer. Just have a
But
beer,
the
man.
thing
Like,
with
it's
the
My
beer
question is,
the beer can't be the same. If you're starting, if you go from a small craft brewery to start making large production, which they do in a lot of cases, when Budweiser comes in and starts building their own facilities for this craft beer, you are changing the recipe. Anytime you scale up, that beer is going to change.
That might be your opinion.
We can argue quality all day long, but that beer will eventually change.
Can you document that? That's my point. Can you document the changes that they make?
Exactly.
Man, you just need to use some common sense. If you go from 500 gallons to 2,500 gallons, it is going to make a difference.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just science, man. It's just common sense.
I mean, you could.
Have you done back-to-back, side-by-side comparisons between?
Yeah,
well,
stout or something like
Well,
that.
I mean, I had Goose Island before they were bought out. I've had it since.
See, Goose
Island.
Goose Island is actually brewed now in, like I was trying to say before, Goose Island is being brewed in a facility at 15 million pints.
Yeah,
and not a brewery. When there's a couple people that have been bought up recently have opened breweries in the other different parts of it. Just the same ability that the old facility had, brewery, is the new brewery. So it's the same. It's that should be the same quality, the same recipe, the same amount.
They got a brewery in New York.
Yeah.
Now, and when you do scale up homebrew, if you scale up a homebrew to a mass market populace, you do notice subtle changes, because guess what? A home brewer can put in 3 pounds of.
Paul locked up? Paul never locked up.
Paul
locked up.
Hey,
Google, fix your shit. Google, fix your shit.
You know, I'm not saying the ingredients are necessarily inferior, but AB InBev,
there he is. He's back.
ingredients they have on hand. So in many cases, you know, they'll try to brew the same beer, but they're using their own yeast strains and not the yeast strain that their brewery originally used. So I mean, you are going to have different.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom, it's a privilege to talk to you while you're
Naked.
clothed like this. Most people have to pay for it.
Yeah, we're getting this for free, people.
Oh, I wish I had
Free.
the applause about the sound effects.
As he's rubbing his
anymore.
nipple while you're saying
This one's
that.
on me, man.
But
I'm trying to get over my shyness.
Your point.
I'm drinking ice, believe it or not, too. I'm drinking. See, I'm kind of went.
I mean, we have to. We have to look at these as an individual basis. If you mass market facility a beer, it will change. It's a fact. But if you copycat the original brewery like you're supposed to with these micro changes, it probably won't affect the beer. However, if you do scale it up to a macro style, macro people are worried about the bottom line. Maybe that 12 pounds of hops is a little too expensive. We probably should only do 6 because it'll give you the this if you do it the right way will give you the IBU that this paper says that you should have.
Or you use a more inexpensive variety.
In corporate setting, you're going to cut corners.
Exactly. So
and the other thing, if you have the macro ones buying a lot of the little ones for me, it's almost like I'm in a bubble in Cincinnati. I've got like 40 separate breweries around me, so a lot of them are making like a lot of good stuff. But say you're in a town, like say you're where John is down in Alabama, you don't have a lot of craft. So if macro buys them up and they squeeze the other craft out, you're stuck to just macro beers.
Yeah. Oh no. Now the thing is, there's some breweries that have been bought up, and the brewers, the company's like, we own you, we make money off of you, but we're not telling you what to do. Just have fun. Right. Okay, great. That's perfect. That's great. Now, Germany's a big example. A lot of places in Germany, every town, every region had a locally brewed beer. And a lot of these places are actually, here's the funny thing, is a lot of these places, like I'm bought up by Warstein, or bought up by Paulner, or bought up by this, bought up that. So they're brewing this beer, giving it to these pubs and this, still putting their old label on it, but in the glass, it's actually a Paulner beer or this beer. Yeah. So like they're fucking up regional shit like that all the time across the globe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
last week I done a hangout with Elysian Space Dust, which is an AB InBev product.
Right.
I looked on the date code. It's brewed in Fort Collins, Colorado.
Right.
I am not privy to know the ingredients that were made with that beer. If it's different than it used to be, the only way I can know that is to get a previous version, sit side by side, and do a blind taste test.
Right.
So I'm not going to make statements that I don't know can be.
Yeah. And now you can't.
It's really not going to be an accurate taste test either, because
a real original beer would be old.
It makes no sense whatsoever.
There's no way to know.
I mean, it makes sense. Like if you could literally get the same beer side by side, it makes sense. But obviously, obviously, you couldn't do that. If I had a sexual time machine, I could do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there you go.
But I'm saying to make allegations that beer is automatically different. I don't think you can do that.
Yeah.
For me, it's a very simple thing.
As you brew larger batches, it's going to change. Anybody that's ever brewed a batch of beer can tell you that.
But not all AB InBev buyouts are going to go mass market. They are. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to point out. Everything's different. Brewery by brewery by brewery, they have.
Like I haven't seen Devil's Backbone go mass market yet, for instance, out of Virginia, but they've been owned almost a year now by them, and I thought they'd be coming this way, and they haven't come here yet.
Yeah.
Every single brewery that goes mass scale, I completely agree with Tom. 178.66%. I agree. Yeah, I completely agree with you.
But Tim from Tim's Brew says a home brew is always better. So, which I do like a good home brew.
Look, at the end of the day,
it's like a home cooked meal.
I think at the end of
a fast food place, home cooked meal is gonna be
that is not fair, because guess what? You made it yourself because you love it and you drink it. Because I fucked up some awesome fucking meals because I shot it, I skinned it, I cooked it, and it was horrible, and my kids and wife wouldn't even come close. I'm like, this is delicious. This is the best thing ever. And they're like, no, it's not. I'm like, yeah, I did this all myself with a knife. You're like, and they're like, and I ate the whole thing.
What were you going to say, Eric? I know you've been trying to jump in.
For me, I can appreciate almost everything. There's a lot of malt liquors out there that are pretty gross, but I can appreciate a lot of different things. I appreciate what these InBevs and Coors and the Molsons and Labatt kind of people and Miller people are doing. I can appreciate those beers. And for the beers that they traditionally brew, they're really good at what they do. If you really want just a cheap and an inexpensive American adjunct lager, that's the place to go for. If you're looking for an Imperial Red Ale or something like that, then why in the holy hell are you going to Golden, Colorado to the Molson Brewery or the Coors Brewery for that? Now, I think that I get it. They are buying out these brands and potentially they could be screwing with some of these brands. I don't think that's generally what they're doing, but I think we should be letting the people that brew the beer really well, that's where you should be spending your money on. If they're not going to screw up, if Heineken's not going to screw up Lagunitas, and you live in England or Europe and where you can get it, by all means, go and get some Lagunitas. You need to go to the source that makes a really good example of that beer. If you want a really good adjunct lager, don't go to Treehouse and expect to find one, because that's not the place to go. I guess what I'm saying here is I think you can appreciate all different styles brewed by all different companies. Although if you're looking for craft beer, and you're sort of biased towards craft beer and you look down on adjunct lagers, well, that's kind of an unfair bias we have on the company itself, I think.
I actually saw a comment quite a long time ago now, a couple of months ago, and it was about Lagunitas, a guy in England, where you come from, and he said I had this Lagunitas has this anytime ale or something like that. It comes in a 12-pack. Mm-hmm. I haven't had it yet. And the guy's like, very boring, this and this and this. And the one guy was like, I would expect nothing less from an AB InBev crap market like that. And I was like, have you had any other Lagunitas beers? And he said, no. And I'm like, well, then you're an idiot, because they're amazing.
It's not international.
Yeah, you can't make that general assumption.
You can't make that assumption if you've never had it. So the one guy had one beer and he didn't like it. And the other guy had never had any. And I'm like, they're usually fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah,
you know what? That's what I'm trying to say is that there's a lot of bias. There's a lot of bias that goes on. Just because it's made by a certain brand, there's the bias, and I don't like that. I think it's unfair to what's in the bottle or what's in the can.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think a lot of that bias is earned, though, Eric. I mean, I actually have. I'll thank InBev because when they bought Budweiser initially, they fired so many brewers at that plant in St. Louis, and that's what created the craft beer culture. So inadvertently, they actually created at least a dozen breweries out there that would have never existed had the buyout never happened. So,
thank you.
But as far as the bias being unfair, I'm going to use that example to disagree with you.
They have earned a very bad reputation.
I mean, AB InBev has treated people bad. They've treated employees bad. Mm-hmm. They have cut corners, so the bias is earned. It's not unfair.
Yeah, they have a very bad reputation. They've earned every bit of it. But when you're judging people associated to them, they're guilty by association. And I'm like, that's not true. You know what I mean?
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if you're a craft beer reviewer and you use Rate Beer, Beer Advocate, YouTube, and you already have a preconceived notion of what's in the bottle, and that's going to dictate your review. I think that's disingenuous.
And that's what I definitely.
No, you're right. I agree with that. I'll agree with that assessment.
I've passed up hundreds of beers just because of that, because I had a former opinion before I tried it. I'm like, I don't want to give a biased review, so I just don't review it at all. Because I
don't ever use Rate Beer just because they're very biased on beers. I think Rate Beer is a terrible website that automatically gives things low ratings just based on it.
They're false impression, yeah.
Rate Beer and Beer Advocate are both a joke, in my opinion.
They're getting that way. You're right, Tom.
That brings us to another question.
I need the badges. I need the Untapped badges, baby.
I can make a note here.
So here's the next question.
Article on my website. I covered it.
Here's the next
I can make a note here. This schism that exists between the macro and the craft beer reminds me a lot of what happens. I'm an audiophile. I like music a lot.
You do
it
what?
happened when the Beats headphones floated on the marketplace. They dominated.
All right, this is no longer your show.
But audiophiles thought they were the devil incarnate.
I thought he was gonna go East Coast, West Coast. I thought it was gonna be East Coast, West Coast battle there.
That's right.
It's gonna be you with Biggie or you with Tupac? Which one?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that brought me point to another question. Ratings, do they really matter?
Yeah, not really.
No.
No,
My
they don't.
ratings are-
Not,
my ratings are-
not at all.
I kind of cover a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We talked about it. I mean, my rating scale is a personal scale. It's my personal take on the beer. Your take can be completely different. But this is what I think about the beer personally.
I don't like
You
ratings.
need, you need to have
My
that.
only scale is, will I buy it again or will I not buy it again?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And then my personal
Well, you
scale
need
is
to
kind of like a
explain this
number based
to-
on that.
Yep. To your audience, you should explain that. And you should be, at some point in your beer reviewing career, if you will, on YouTube, you should explain that at some point. And I've done it before. This is my
I do quite
opinion.
often.
This is only my opinion. It might vary from yours, but if you like the profile that I'm portraying of the beer, then
Yes.
you might want to try it.
Right.
These notes sound good.
Because if you don't,
use those ratings if you're choosing between two beers at a liquor store. Say you haven't had either one of them. Do you look at those just to see what other people are thinking about it?
I never look
The
at ratings.
problem-
I never look at anything.
I will occasionally.
The number one problem.
I don't like
the number
to be.
one problem.
Yeah, I don't
with
want
that-
to be influenced before I have a beer.
Yeah, the number one problem with that is I do beer reviews, so I can't know anything about the beer before I review it.
Right.
So I
don't
stay
even
away
read the
from
You know what's really good about a beer review? What's really good about a beer review on YouTube or Rate Beer or Beer Advocate is if you have if what you're tasting doesn't seem like what it should be, and you can go on Rate Beer or Beer Advocate and look at recent reviews, say on some kind of an IPA, you can get a sense of what a current batch from people that are reviewing it are kind of like, and you can determine if your bottle is infected or has something wrong with it or not.
Actually,
That's
it's
a way
really
to determine
funny.
if your beer.
Ratings are always kind of off. So like,
There's a
like last-
store. Oh, sorry. Go.
well, like last night, Jay did his show, and William was on. He did the Freshest Hellish, right? And everybody on there kind of panned out on it. On Beer Advocate is rated like as an 83. And anybody on that panel last night would have just like not even been close to that. And so to me,
Higher or
I'm
lower?
always like, ratings are like opinions, which we know
Oh, yeah.
opinions
Which they
are,
are.
which we know opinions are like assholes.
Everyone's
You know,
got one
everybody
that
has
usually
one,
stinks.
everybody else stinks. So
Yeah.
do what you want to do with them. I just want to put a lot of weight into it.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll put some weight into your asshole.
Well, hey, Rod, you got more folks that want to jump on here, so I'm going to get off so others can get in here. You guys have a good evening.
All right, Tom.
Hi, Tom.
One thing is,
I know it was standing room only. All right.
Actually, though, there's a store called Wegmans up my way, and they actually started putting Rate Beer or Beer Advocate ratings on their beer shelves
We
under
have
the
a store
bottle
here
of
that
beer.
does that. Yeah.
But they only do it if it's a 90 or above.
Yeah.
They only do it
I've
if it's
seen that
above
here
a
as
certain
well.
90. Yeah, if it's not in the A plus scale, they don't do it. They like
They'll drive
this
their
is a
sales
basic.
down. Nobody will buy it.
Exactly. They don't, and that's even. It's still dishonest. It's manipulative.
Yeah.
You're only putting the good scores on, so you're diverting people away from other good beer without scores. You know what I mean? Like, so it's still manipulative. It's capitalism. It's marketing. It's sell, buy, consume. They live. You know, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
You know, and there you go.
That shelf space is premium dollars. So yeah, whoever's going to those shelves are probably getting some pretty good.
Actually, the best shelf space I've ever found was I was walking through a Weiss store, and I tripped literally over a case of beer one day, and it was KBS, and they didn't have any place to put it, so they put it on the floor.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, what's this? Mine. You know,
What's this? It's all in my cart right now.
yeah, it was on the floor. Like that's all we have of it too. And I'm like, you guys don't know what you got, and thank you.
And the one thing
No one's looking down.
The one thing I'll say about Beer Advocate, because I keep seeing people out there, and they always are looking at there. The bros have put out there on different stuff. They haven't done beer reviews since 2000. And people will always say, like, the bros haven't done a review on this one yet. Yeah, they haven't done reviews since 2000. It's like, if you're going to look at a review site, at least know what that site is about.
The bros give it this. What the fuck do the bros know?
The bros haven't done anything. That's why you don't see any of the newer beers have a rating from the bros, because they haven't been doing it. But, you know, As far as beer ratings,
DJ always does that. DJ always like he's a researcher. He's a geek. He has to research the beer, get everybody's scores, get everybody's ratings, and then tells people. I'm like, okay, that's your thing. That's the way you do it. But I wouldn't do it that way, obviously. But
I do it a little bit.
But if you do it, it's like,
well, yeah, but
nobody does it. Someone says, "I give this one an 85." Why did you give it an 85? What did you give it for appearance? What did you give it for taste? What did you give it for aroma? What did you give it for overall?
Mm-hmm.
When you're actually rating stuff, you're looking at all these things. Otherwise, it's just a number being thrown out there, and that's where
unless you have a personal enjoyment scale,
right? And that's where, like Eric was saying, to have something out there so people would know. Yeah, that's why I kind of stay away from it. I used to do it early when I was doing videos. But I kind of stay away from it now because if you don't know my personal scale, how's it going to help you? That's like if the beer's good, I like it. I tell you about it. If you like those type of beers, go enjoy them.
If I say it's a 9.5, go get it.
Yeah.
You know, at the same time, though, it's like this is a personal enjoyment scale, but this one, I like it.
If I say it's Jesus,
you know what I mean? So
if I say it's Jesus on the pike,
this is Christ on a pike. Good.
Go get it. So we lose Craig. Did Craig drop off there?
I just noticed that too.
It is kind of late in the UK right now. They're 5 hours ahead of us, so. So would you say
he was overtaken by a Scottishman?
I think so. I am not doing a show with Scottishman.
Fucking Braveheart all over again.
Say something, James. Introduce yourself, and don't tell me he's in the bed again.
Yeah.
Tom was naked, and now James is in bed.
I arose from like you guys on the American Beer Chat, and yeah, I'm not even drinking anything. I just went to bed early and woke up, so I thought I'd jump in.
So James is actually over in Sweden. So, do you get new Japanese beers from your girlfriend?
Oh, not yet. I filmed one. I've still got another 2 to film, and one of them publishes in 3 or 4 days. I've uploaded it already, and I've got another one that's something to do. It's got the Emperor's Chrysanthemum on it, so I need to like research and find out exactly what that means.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a couple of really good breweries over there. I had like 8 or 9 Japanese beers that I'd filmed, but then my computer died, so I need to pull the hard drive out and try and recover the files. But because my channel was offline for about 2 weeks, and so I need to recover all the files and put the old ones up. But I'll maybe save them for when I'm in Japan and sort of supplement them with things that I'm filming, like do 3 new things a week, and then supplement the other 2 days with the old videos and film some sake reviews as well while I'm there.
Oh, nice.
Sake.
So, for next question, are you a beer geek or a beer snob?
I'm a dick.
Well, are you a beer dick?
I get beer dick. That's why I never drink and fuck at the same time. So yeah.
But would you consider? I would think, Paul, you'd be like more like a beer geek, probably. Like you don't hold it over. You don't hold it over anybody if you're drinking like a lower beer or a beer that might be.
I really don't like arrogance and elitism and bullshit like that. So and most of the stuff they're just talking out of their ever-loving ass and just basically reciting shit that's been told to them to say half the time. So no, I'm a beer enthusiast, geeky kind of a dude. Right. I like the stuff. I like brewing it. I like this and that. I like talking about it. But I'm not going to stand in line for 16 hours in the rain playing with my dick waiting for a beer. Stuff like that. It's not me.
Yep.
No, I'm not either, Paul.
That would be John Sharon. Hi, John.
I think most of you guys probably are more beer geeks than beer snobs, though. I know some of the beer snobs
down on somebody.
Like the thread that Peter was on earlier that some of us had saw. Like this guy was just going on. I was like, that's a beer snob.
But see that guy, Paul McDermott, I'm pretty sure he's the sort of leader of the UK craft beer forum. I think that guy's a mental problem, like seriously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's the funny thing is a lot of the guys that they are beer snobs or beer this or I'm like, no, you're just an asshole.
That's
just letting you know. Like,
yep.
Hey,
I think it's much more fun.
You could literally be talking about macrame right now, but you'd be a douchebag doing it. Like, because you're an asshole. I mean, that's the thing is you're just an asshole. It doesn't matter what the forum is. You'll grab a hold of it and you'll ruin it.
Yeah.
I think the difference between the snob and the actual craft beer nerd is the snob wants to buy those really rare beers and wants to rub it in their face, wants to have these really highly rated beers and not share it with anybody, even if it's virtual on the internet, kind of like what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
I think that's the beer nerd portion. They want to buy beers. They want to share it with people because they know that experience in chatting to them and to talking about that is part of the beer experience. Beer should be an experience.
Right.
It shouldn't just be an elitist club for a few people, like a golf club.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. Like, I mean, metal's like that too. There's elitists and stuff like that, and I could be said to be in either camp and stuff. But I really don't take things seriously. I try not to, because if you take things too seriously, don't have fun. If you don't have fun, don't do it. But however, even though I'm a man with very comical facial hair, I will have to say that every time I see one of those curled up mustaches and stuff, I just want to hit them with a barbed wire chair, like in the face.
Oh, no Salvador Dali for you. All right.
Now I'm going to do that, Paul. Now I'm going to.
What would Dusty Rose do to him, Paul?
Got the roll with steamroll you, baby. I'm gonna drop the tail with a big elbow off the top, baby. I'm gonna slam you down. Got the roll, baby.
Yeah, I think when you see people that are kind of like that beer snob, it's kind of a turn off. I mean, for even people that enjoy craft beer, nobody wants to see, someone acting like an ass like that. But like in some of the Facebook groups, you constantly see this out there. Like people are just, it's like, dude, it's just beer. At the end, it's just beer, right? So.
Yeah, they think they're smoking.
Yeah. What do you think, William or Todd?
I don't think a person should be defined by what beer they drink.
Right.
I just enjoy the beer for what it is, but I don't put any more extra importance on it than that.
Yeah.
The fact that I'd like to be seen in X restaurant drinking this particular beer or something like that. I can enjoy. I think beers can coexist. I can enjoy a Budweiser and I can enjoy a craft beer, and when I'm drinking those two, I enjoy them equally. I don't prefer. So I'm more of hopefully more inclusive rather than exclusive.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Well, I mean, it's about what you like, and I personally could not drink a Budweiser. I've tried many times. I get about 2/3 down, and I go, "Oh, this is garbage," and I dump it out. And you know what I mean? I just can't do it. I don't personally enjoy these beers at all, and that's why I don't drink them. And I will say that's why I don't review them.
Well,
yeah.
That's a better reason to not drink them if you don't actually like them. If like with me and the rate beer thing, if there's a preconceived bias and that's why you don't drink it, now that's a stupid reason to not drink something.
Yeah, and you bring up a good point, because I've had one of my videos before where someone had asked me, why I do the adjunct lagers. I don't always seem as pleased with them. And it's like, it was a valid point. It's like, why am I doing it? I'm trying to do all the beers that you do different styles when you're looking at beers, right? But if there's certain styles that you like, shandies, I fucking hate shandies. They're like the worst thing.
Yeah.
Why you would ever make
I'm with you on that.
I never do a review on a shandy. But, it is, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's like, hey, that's just not in my wheelhouse. I don't deal with that beer.
I'll drink a Mickey's and a nice house edge all the way up to a Bourbon County stout.
Yeah.
One thing I think every
One thing
beer
I
has
have-
its place in the market.
Is that
I mean, I think it really depends on what you're doing at the time.
Yeah, I think all beers have a place out there for the most part. It's just,
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
you look at my
move-
fridge, I've got, you look at my fridge now, I've got anywhere from a Bourbon County to a Bud Light or a Miller Lite or whatever.
However, I will never
Beer-
stop cracking jokes. I will never stop making jokes about it.
Paul, you can crack jokes on my channel all you want, big guy.
Thank you.
Is there a beer? Is there a craft beer for the times that you don't want a really big, giant, over the top beer that you could stock your fridge with most of the time and be happy with for a good price?
Of course.
Yeah, for
I
me,
mean,
it's like,
IPA.
It'd be like
for me,
a
it's
session
Sierra Nevada
IPA.
Pale Ale. I put Sierra Nevada Pale Ale as like kind of my bottom scale beer.
I hate that beer.
You
I like
hate
it
that
all
beer?
day.
Stand that. I've never been able to stand that beer. I don't know why. I just never liked that beer. I always go with Lagunitas IPA.
Yeah.
I love the Founders All Day IPA, which is a great session IPA.
Me too.
I need some kind of a malt body though. I hate that watery, dry back. I can't session those beers. I don't like session IPAs. I can never get that. I can never get into those things. I tried. I just can't do it. I need a little
Have you
bit
had
of
the all
multi.
day? Because I don't take that as a session at all. If you would pour that in a glass, you would never know it.
Well, I mean,
I
that's why
agree.
it's called an all day. It's because it's supposed to be a Shasta beer.
Yeah, but yeah, the
You
alcohol
get that?
content's not there, but the quality of the beer isn't bad though. Alcohol like your normal IPA.
It's not as thin as a lot of the other sessions are.
I think it's
Right,
4.8%, if I remember
Yeah,
correctly.
it's in the fours. Yeah.
But I prefer
Now,
like
the
a
funny
full
thing is,
body
like, they're-
IPA myself too.
I know, James, you don't like English anything, but I will say that
I never said that.
people were talking about. I know you like some hot English muff. I know that, but other than that, I was just saying.
Not any of that.
The people were talking about, like, I need, a really good IPA with good hop quality that's under 4%. We need to make all these new session beers. We need to make all that. Like, no, it's called go to England and drink their IPAs. They're awesome. They're tasty. They're under 4%. Like, this is not a new idea, folks.
Well, that's like Ontario always gets those beers that are lower ABV.
If you go to England, drink the stouts and the mild, the brown ales. Don't waste your time with the IPAs. The English IPAs are horrible.
I like English IPAs. I like the earthy potato peel, burnt crumbled leaf kind of IPA. I've always liked it. The mineral, the copper coin.
How the English hops work in the dark beers, but see in the golden ales and stuff, just that. I'd rather have American or New Zealand hops, and there's quite a few.
Yeah, well, no, they're fun. I mean, New Zealand, American hops are just, especially New Zealand, they're just fun. They're fun. They're tropical chaos fun,
There's a lot of, one of the next big one of the next big things is maybe going to be European aroma hops. Like, obviously Slovenia is quite a small country, but there's quite a few hops coming out of there that are aroma hops, like Styrian Wolf. Styrian Salaya, the Polish are experimenting with hops as well in Germany.
Estonians and stuff.
In Germany.
There's actually one. Germany's got a hop right now. I've never had it, but it actually gives you coconut and chocolate. I was like, oh my god, a hop that literally gives you coconut and chocolate. Like, how did you do that?
On this subject, actually, I'd be interested to hear from you guys in the States. I was in my homebrew shop in Malmö the other day, and it was they had a hop called Girillo, and it's supposed to give you like peaches and apricots and all this kind of thing, and banana. Have you guys ever heard of this one?
No.
But they have so many hops coming out now.
What's it called?
Girillo, Garyllo, I think it is.
Nope, never had that one yet.
I was going to get something and just make like a single hop deal with it, because I thought, bugger it, try it and see what it's all about, because I just never. It said it was an American hop.
Never heard of it.
For some reason, we got a lot of American, obviously, but we got a good selection of New Zealand, and there's some South African things coming out as well.
I'm actually I'm leaving the woods next week and going to Detroit for a week.
Oh God!
Detroit, man. Bring a body bag with you.
I was going to play Dell next week.
I'm gonna go down and I'm just gonna mess up the 8 Mile. I'm just gonna make it stink.
Yeah,
like, it stinks.
It's already
it smells like a. God, it smells like.
You gotta go to hardcore pawn now. See less.
I have to go above Detroit for a robot training for my job, and there I've already checked out a bunch of bottle shops and Coonan Brewing Company. Atwater, so I'm gonna go visit them. I'm gonna hit some bottle shops. I might have to Uber like a fucker, but I'm gonna do it, and it's gonna be pretty awesome.
Staying,
I'm gonna go up to Auburn Hills. It's in Auburn Hills above Detroit.
Oh, all right, I know where it's at.
Yep, that's where
up
I'll
by
be.
Pontiac area, up that way.
That's where the Pontiac Dome was.
Yeah, apparently they tore it down.
Yeah, I think so. But
where Barry Sanders used to run and Billy Sims.
And the Bad Boy Pistons.
Yeah, Bad Boy Pistons.
Played in the Pontiac Dome.
Why isn't the Pontiac Dome at the football stadium? Not the basketball?
Wait a minute. That's right. Wait a minute.
They played at the Silverdome for a little bit, Rod.
Yeah, I think they did.
Silverdome, yeah.
Is this soccer we're talking about? What's going on? Like football?
Football Americano.
All right.
Hey guys, I gotta jump off here. Rod, thanks for the invite.
Yeah, thanks for joining, Todd.
Cheers.
Good to have you.
Nice to meet you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy Cinco de Mayo. Yeah. Woo.
Yeah, Cinco de Mayo
Okay.
tomorrow.
I guess I could have one beer.
Tonight?
I wasn't
You
going-
have one
yeah.
tonight?
I didn't have a single beer today.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I'll have one.
Who are
You
you?
trying
What
to
have you done?
pull?
I didn't do any beer reviews because the kids were loud pieces of crap. And then I drank all the rest of the beer in the house except for stuff from Salad Ring. But I happen to have 2 bottles of something that's already got some age on it, so I'll crack it open and just drink it now. So I'll be right back.
Impromptu beer review. All right.
So here's a question for you guys.
What's the question?
What does the craft beer market still lack? What is
what's
missing
the
out there in
lack?
the craft beer market you'd like to see?
An Imperial Brown Ale.
Well, not just I'd say not just the beer, but anything they're doing, anything.
Oh.
But we have Imperial Brown Ales, I think, out there already.
There's not a lot.
I had Imperial Hefeweizen a few weeks ago. I'd never seen that before.
If it comes in a box, it's got to be good.
Good choice, man.
Hell
Is
yeah.
my drink in a box?
Beer in a box, baby. It's here. Fuller's Vintage Ale, 2008.
Anything you think the craft market is missing?
Hookers. Lots of hookers. More nudity on beer labels and things like that. You know what the major majority of craft beer is lacking? Sense of fucking humor.
That's what I think. That's what I was going to say.
Sense of humor?
2015. Sense of fucking humor. Don't get offended by everything like a whoop. Come on now, suck it up.
That's true. Wasn't there a lawsuit a couple of years ago with the little baby on the breakfast stout bottle? You know, eating the beer.
Yeah.
The baby's back.
Yeah, they had to fight over the baby thing, or
It wasn't a real baby. Come on now. No one's gonna eat a baby beer. Come on.
well, it's funny
No,
because in Canada, one of PK's Dan's buddies, Booze Reviews, did a blog piece about one of the brews that he had from a brewery. They got offended and they sent him a thing saying they were firing him as a blogger. Like, how do you fire someone as a blogger that doesn't even work for your company? Like, he doesn't work.
I agree. He is a horrible beer reviewer. I agree 110%, and I think they should kick him off YouTube today.
It wasn't. It wasn't Dan.
Right.
I know. I'm just fucking.
His buddy is
Don't do it,
like,
doll.
and it's like you say the sense of humor. It's like you're firing someone that doesn't even work for your company. You can't even do that.
I'll tell
We're
you,
parting ways.
you would be. I didn't even realize how uptight and butthurt a brewer can be when you say your beer isn't very good. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
I actually had a head brewer, comment like a mofo on one of my accounts, and then email me like a mofo. And I said that's when I sent all the emails and comments to the actual marketing director of the company. I said, "This is what your head brewer is doing. He's being a dick, and I will make sure no one drinks your beer again." You know what I mean? And then a month later, all of a sudden, they had a new head brewer.
Whoa.
Fuck you. You know.
I'd probably say one of the things that craft brewing it needs like more diversity and stuff. I like to see some more different people, different women, different things out there, more of a diverse type thing, bringing some different beer flavors.
We need more. We need more AB InBev. We need more of it.
More AB.
More of it.
We need more buyouts.
Yeah, more buyouts.
Get into the
More
craft.
ABV, maybe.
I don't care. I don't care what happens. Just make it so I can buy all the Fullers I want in my fucking local area. Just make it happen, guys. I don't care how you do it.
I'm buying it all.
Big into Fullers lately.
Yeah. If Fuller's had a dick, I'd suck it. I love Fuller's.
Oh.
Sorry, I go to strange, dark places that make me cry at night, and I go there.
Where, Detroit?
Yeah, I haven't gone there yet.
Yes, Detroit.
I will go there though. I gotta taste the local flavor.
All right, so pour the beer. Fast and hard or down the side and steady?
Don't be a Neanderthal. Come on now.
Which beer did you say? I didn't hear you say.
How do you prefer to pour? Do you prefer the beer fast and hard down the middle, or do you put it down the side, 45 degrees, straighten it out, level it
I
up?
think a lot of different beer styles dictate a different thing.
True.
Exactly. Depends how strong the ABV is as well.
No, you pour it down as hard as you can because who doesn't love beer all over their table and things like that? And, you know, waste like a fucking Jesus Christ. Just fucking pour it like a class. Show some class, man. You got the ass, give it some class. You know what I'm saying?
You should use the recommendation of the brewery, which I know Budweiser is going to tell you to pour it straight down the middle to get the aromas or whatever.
Guinness will tell you to tilt the glass.
Jay's like.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, you should get
just don't buy
the actual certificate at Guinness in Ireland. They tilt the glass 45 and then straighten it out.
Well, then the other thing is if it's a nitro, obviously that's. Or if it's
now with a nitro, it's different. Yeah.
If it's a Hefe, you pour it so much and then shake the shit out of it and dump it in. That's what you do. I mean, there's natural beers that take natural pours. But if like Jay always says, like, okay, the bigger the head, the more aroma. I'm like, yeah, it's like breathing with a pillow over your face. I can smell everything in this fucking.
There's a certain point to the head on a beer.
The actual head you want to get is about 2 inches, and head actually releases gases and stuff, but yeah, you don't want that whole thing where half your bottle's ahead for sure, or half your glass.
I wish my head
was 2 inches. Beers that can do that. Especially like Belgian doubles and triples will have an extreme amount of carbonation, and by the time you pop the bottle cap or the cork, the thing's already streaming out of the bottle. So you don't want to really go right down the center. You want to pour at that 45 as slowly as possible.
You're going to get a head like that anyway.
Yeah,
you're gonna get a 2-inch head anyway. So yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
If you ask Jay on Louisiana Beer Reviews, his response to that whole thing would be, it's different than, and I do agree to a certain extent. It's different when you have a bottle at your home and you're pouring it into your glass versus when you're at a brewery or at a bar and they're pouring from a tap. Now, you can do whatever you want when you're at home, but when you're at that brewery or at that bar, you want them to pour that whole pint correctly so that it's mostly liquid and not so much foam because you're paying by the ounce. But you already bought the whole ounce at home.
You actually want the foam because the foam actually decreases the bloating you get from the beer.
Yeah, but it's
you want some of that. I know. Yeah, you're right. You do want some of that.
You guys want to right to the rim, and it's like, okay, here you go. It's like,
nothing wrong with the rim job.
I'm so full. What'd you say, Craig?
Before cheap
pizza. Isn't it really? It's thing. It's knowledge.
Knowledge, yeah. And a lot of the beer world has never wanted a knowledgeable drinker. They don't like knowledgeable drinkers because knowledgeable drinkers know what's wrong, know what this, know what that, and they go, "Hey, excuse me, something's wrong here." They don't like that.
It's like
Shut
police,
up and drink. That's
it's
all
like police with a knowledgeable driver. Why'd you pull me over? I know my rights.
I'll knock those rights out of your head, son.
What do you got to say, Willie? You're quiet over there.
I like the straight pour, but you can regulate the amount of foam by just, you can raise the bottle lower a little bit. I mean, it just takes a little bit of manipulation. You can basically get any type of head you want on it.
Yeah.
Whether you pour it side or straight up. I prefer it straight up. And then as the beer is flowing in, you can gauge the amount of foam you're getting and just regulate it by that. And usually you can come out with probably a 2-inch head with no problem at all. So that's just the way I try to do it.
I mean, if you have a bowl the size of, you have a cup the size of a mixing bowl, just pour however you want.
I mean, you're watching it as it goes into the glass, regardless if it's a goblet or a Pilsner style glass, and just sort of regulate it by that way. And usually it comes out pretty well for myself. But
I mean, you learn how to do it, how you pour it.
I've seen people that swear they do reviews that the beer had no head. I'll pour one out, and the head was thicker than the Empire State Building.
Yeah, I told you.
Now it's time for me to be a little geeky. I'm going there. It also, the thing is, the people that pour straight down the center, as opposed to the tippers, what are you drinking? Are you drinking a bottle conditioned beer where you have to leave the sediment in? Are you drinking something that you need to swirl and swish it to get the sediment in?
Right.
Or do you want to do half without, half within? If you have to be gentle with these beers, if you're once you go a certain way, certain degree, then you already ruin the sedimentation at the bottom, basically. So you're gonna, you know what I mean? Like, what are you trying to do?
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's lots of different things to the pour that other people don't seem to understand too. It's very complicated. It's like mathematics, but except without intelligence. At the
end of the day, if you buy a beer and you're pouring it at your own home and you enjoy the beer, it shouldn't matter how the damn beer is poured. Although, if you want to do a really good review and you want to go to a really good brewery or bar, you expect them to do things, by standards and by traditions. When you're at your own damn house, do whatever the hell you want. But at that bar and at that brewery,
you go to a bar and you see somebody wrong, and you're like, "What are you doing?"
We're doing a beer at my house. Suck it, all right?
It was I was at a store. I don't know if you've ever seen this before. Pretend this is a Belgian bottle, and this lady was checking them out, boop, and then she would like hit it on the side, like and put it on the side, like she was just boom, like putting me in the bag, boom, throw all these Belgians in this bag this guy was buying. I was like, you just ruined every single one of his beers. And she's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, every single one of them is going to blow up as soon as he gets home. It's going to be fucking fantastic.
Oh.
I was going to say, you ruined the complete sedimentation thing. And now he has to sit on that for a month before that goes back down. She goes, I don't know what you're talking about. All beers like this. I'm like, you're an idiot. Shut the fuck up. Like, I was like, please. And of course, I don't say that because I'm a nice guy, but I'm like, oh, that's right. I can't talk to you. You're a human. I have to go. That's my problem. It's like, then that was the same person that later told me that I said, dude, all these beers are all past date and this and this. 2015, and I was just there a month ago. Bottle of beer doesn't go bad. I'm like, I got it. And
that's what we call a convenience store clerk.
Yeah. I was like, shouldn't you be in the produce section? Because you just need to get the fuck out of here, man.
Ma'am.
I started getting. I started going Gollum.
Oh, my pleasure.
Well, speaking of bad beers, have you ever sent a beer back?
No. I did Wolf King, Wolf Warrior from Rusty Rail. And I said, this is the worst beer, I think. This is like a fucked up homebrew where they tried to put too much baker's chocolate to cover the fact they can't brew. And I said, just take it back. Here's the funny thing is, I had it on bottle. It's fine. Their taps were all junk.
Yeah, they weren't.
I don't know. They weren't. The taps weren't. They didn't get their tap system down right. I said, this is garbage. I can't drink it. And my buddy was the bartender. So he's like, well, whatever. We'll just leave it here and this and this. And I'm like, yeah, I guess so. Because I'm not drinking this shit.
Yeah.
There's a couple of days throughout the year where you want to really check out the beers that you're drinking on tap and making sure that the bar keepers are really maintaining the tap lines. One of which is tomorrow, or maybe in Rampant Lion's case, it is today, and Cinco de Mayo. If you are drinking Mexican beers, or on St. Patrick's Day, if you're drinking the Irish beers, or maybe Oktoberfest, when you're drinking the German beers, you want to make sure that those places are really upkeeping, with their tap lines, and they're really cleaning them, because going through so much of it, and they have so much of a clientele that comes into their bars and breweries. You want to make sure that they're pouring fresh beers, because there was one year a couple of years ago in my town, and the place has since been gone now, but the Guinness tasted dirty. And Guinness does have a flavor, but it's not much, and it didn't taste. It tasted like dirty water, and that had to have been because they don't clean their tap lines, and it tasted like scum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. I'm pretty sure that's Guinness.
A lot of shops now is constant that, like for me, when I get beers, I'm constantly looking at the dates now. Because there's so many stores that put old stuff out there because they're trying to get rid of their surplus, and it's just like, no, I don't want this one now.
Well, the worst thing about PA is the prices do not go down. They're still 2015. The Ridiculous from Founders is still $15.99 on the shelf. 2015. They will not lower the price. And and obviously when you go to like a brewery and stuff or a bar, and then you got the Mexican beers or the the Oktoberfest or things like that, the first question you have to do is, why are you drinking those beers or shit? And then the next question you have to ask is the lines kept up, because you got to check that out. You're completely right. You know, there you go.
Have you ever negotiated for a beer, Paul?
What is that?
Have you negotiated?
Okay, I'll give you this if you give me. I've asked for. Okay, I don't want to talk about it because I've done some bad things for beer, and I don't want to talk about
So the answer is yes.
No,
All right.
like you said, the $15.99 for that. What was it? The Ridankalicious? Is that what the one was?
Look,
Ridiculous, yeah.
I got $5 in a used condom. What do you give me? You know what I mean?
Nothing there, big guy.
Was one of those again for that Jay got?
No, Jesus.
No, that was Stone Brewing, right? Or no, Rogue.
No, that was Rogue. It was Rogue that sent Jay the condos.
I negotiated to get a 6-pack at half price.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
At least.
that's what I'm talking about, William.
I would actually have a better luck negotiating at a drugstore the price of a condom more so than a beer in Pennsylvania.
This
They
was
do
a
not
beer.
negotiate.
It was a Nude Beach Summer Ale by Stevens Point Brewery. I could not find a code date anywhere. The owner also could not find a code date. And he said, well, I'll let you have it for half price. It was $9
Nice.
back, and he gave it to me for $4.50. I took it home, and I could only find the code date when I drank the bottle and held it up in the sunlight. Then I could see the code date. But otherwise, it was.
Oh, wow.
But so I thought I got a pretty good deal on that. And I have taken beers back that I could not find a code date. When I went home and put it under direct light and saw the date and it was expired, I would take it back. And I've had no problem.
I'm not a big
getting it replaced.
I'm not a big fan of the Julienne coding dates on bottles because it's for the general consumer, and in certain aspects, I consider myself a general consumer, but I do know a lot about beer. But anyways, for the general consumer, they don't know what a Julienne code even means. So if that's all you're going to put, or some lot code on your bottle, it doesn't mean anything to anybody. So even if that's all you have, that's not good enough.
You're preaching to converted here, because if they put Julienne code dates on milk, people would storm the stores with torches and pitchforks. There's no way that would ever fly. Beer is a perishable food item. It should be treated as such. I've always said that, and that's one thing that really irritates me.
Does it also chap your ass? Does it chap your ass a little bit? You want to tap my ass, baby?
It does me, Paul.
Code and dating, baby. It just taps my ass.
Cheers, Eric.
Well, that's the one thing we were talking about earlier about what's missing in craft beer. Like, there should be just a rule out there that everything has to be dated. Like, there should be a law passed. All things have to be dated. Either born on date.
I can add to that. My addition to that, and I'm not going to say it needs more dusty roads, but it does. But I'm going to add to it and say in Pennsylvania there is beers that I get all the time. If you, for God's sakes, I was going to say if you watch my channel, don't ever watch my channel. The thing is, in Pennsylvania, I get countless bottles where they have no ABV, no IBUs, no dates, I mean, literally no ingredients. You have no information. It's a label, brewery, what it is, the end. That's all you get. No ABV. I'm sorry. How can anyone be low? I mean, this sounds stupid, but if you're drinking a beer in a bar that has no ABV, how are you responsible for drunk driving? If the beer, it could be 0, it could be 100. How do you know? How actually do you know what you're drinking? You should. I'm sorry, but I demand an informed public. ABV, IBUs would be nice. Dates, absolutely. So ABV and dates, absolutely, 100% should be mandated across the board. Because if you don't have the ABV, how can you know how?
That's why I don't review Shorts Brewing beers anymore, for that exact reason.
This is an 8.5 alcohol. I don't know if you can see my vintage.
Yeah, but they don't have the ABVs on there, Ron.
Yeah.
This is
2015, right?
This is 8.5, and it's drinking like 4. You know what I mean? So like,
yeah, it's smooth, right? So yeah,
legally you would still be responsible because ignorance is no excuse for the law. You'd have a tough time in court making your case. I understand there should be the ABV. It should be there.
It's not.
It should be like a requirement.
It's not the requirement. It's like Napster. It's not the company's fault that you broke the law, for God's sakes.
Right.
Well, I'm just that's not my real point. My point is you need to know what you're drinking. You need to know. You know what I mean? Like this is something that it should be. I mean, like not everybody has like okay, what's final gravity? What's this? We'll do our calculator at home and find out what it is.
Right.
They don't even give you that. If they gave me final and original gravity, I could figure it out. I have a fucking hydrometer.
Yeah.
They don't. They give you nothing. They give you no information. You need to know what ABV it is.
It's relevant information because, in fact, you're drinking an alcoholic beverage, so it should be foremost on the bottle.
Properly now, thank God.
Yeah.
If you sell a bottle of beer other than a single bottle, a person is going to drink however many come in a pack if they feel the need to do it, and they should know how much they're drinking.
Right.
You know, how many guys, I mean, I've done it. Do you ever buy a 6-pack and kill the whole 6-pack? And you're like, wow, I'm really fucking drunk. And then you go, it's 11.2. Oh, that's why.
That's right.
You know what I mean? I've sat here and drank fucking 13 beers in a session and yelled at Jay to shut the fuck up. I've done that. I mean, it's happened.
I witnessed that.
It's documented.
I witnessed it.
You know what I mean? And the thing is, maybe if I drank maybe a little bit less than that, maybe I wouldn't be yelling like that. I probably would anyway. But you know what I'm trying to say? Like for God's sakes, like people need to know the ABV. And I mean, and baby, here comes. I taps my ass, baby.
Oh, baby.
It taps my ass. Sorry.
All
It
right.
does.
We got
So
we'll do one more question. We'll do one more.
Sorry about I had to come downstairs. The internet in that.
Yeah, it's like you were having issues. It seemed there.
Yeah, really bad, annoying.
So I'll put this question out there just because numerous members of this group have been affected.
Oh yeah. She messaged me today.
How do you prefer to deal with the troll?
Ignore it.
Rod. We've done this. We've been there, Rod. Come on now.
Ignore it.
I'm giving everybody the opportunity because everybody up here almost has had that person on their page in the last, I don't know, week or so. Except James was a while ago.
Fuck you, Cindy. Fuck you.
Okay, there it is now.
And guess what? I just want you to know flat out. Anyone who has not had this experience is not a real beer reviewer.
Yeah, I think that's the big time level when you get that happening, right?
I just scraped in then.
Typically what I'll see, I say typically, but from time to time, what I'll see is either actual comments or there'll be private messages that tell you that you're not reviewing enough malt liquor. You need to review all the 40-ounce beers. You need to chug them all really, really, really fast, or you're not a real drinker. I'm like, all right, sure, whatever.
Yeah. Like, Cindy, I've been expecting you.
Yeah. And by the way, if you're watching, Gravy's Beer Reviews and Brewery, he's asking for you to troll him. He wants to get his views up. So he's like, hey, hope she hits my site at some point.
Fuck yeah. I mean, like, I hate when people, the worst part to me, I hear an echo. But the worst part, the worst part, it's not.
Oh,
it's not me.
She worked the witchcraft. Every time Paul talks about her, the witchcraft works.
I have internet, so.
I thought it was media tonight. It was Paul that she has the witchcraft on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I was expecting her to.
I'm
like,
all right?
Good. And then it come up as, is this spam? I'm like, no, leave it on. It's great.
They commented on one of my videos, like when I was living in Germany, because I did a beer that was like 20% and started her whole thing, and it went for ages and ages and ages. And then this time she commented on it again, and it just was like, oh, I remember you. You're that.
Yeah, I saw
Mormon woman.
What did she comment on recently, James? What review was it?
Oh,
you're the psycho that plays with dolls.
And just so you know, all like the YouTube viewers have been hit by a certain troll. It's like lighting up everybody's pages and stuff. Like I said, but hey, you keep looking and writing. Guess what? That's a view. So keep going down the line.
We're not going to say the name. No,
I think that's an occupational hazard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad. I've not ever been.
We are not going to name names, Jay. We're not
I will name names. I will name names.
I have not been hit by this troll, and I'm glad.
William,
We can send her over here.
This person has trolled so many people. They have an Urban Dictionary term for her.
She has she has a very special place in my heart, and I like to call her Cum Dumpster 69.
Does she really have an Urban Dictionary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does.
Didn't I put that in a group? I thought I put that in a group chat the other day, but yeah, I think I did on the UK side.
Yeah.
Well, with all trolls, I mean, I obviously we don't like it when people just delete the comment. We don't like that. We like to see something.
Yeah.
However, the worst part is like if someone like DJ, for instance, gets a troll, he puts, "Thanks for watching. Thanks a million for watching. Cheers." And I'm like, "You fuck off, man. Like, you gotta hit this shit. Either hit it, either get angry, or
But Harry did it to her. He said, "Thanks for watching." And she said, "I didn't watch your video."
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What you talking about, Willis? I'm just like, the thing is, it's either you have to either get angry, which most trolls want you to get angry, so don't do that.
Exactly.
Right,
No, good.
You have to
Too
play.
late.
You have to play troll back at them. And like when Cindy, when Cum Dumpster 69 did it, all right,
Cindy,
I didn't say the full name. But when Cum Dumpster 69 did it to me, I basically went the next level. I went the next level, and I told her, I said, "You think beer's bad? You should see what I do normally." And then I went on a list of all the things that I do with raping and pillaging and all those things. And then she just never talked to me again. Like, it was great. I'm like, well,
winning.
I just asked her, like, this thing, I just asked her outright. If I just said, "Oh, I remember you from a few years ago. You're the crazy lady."
Yeah, I see that in the group. What review did she post that on, Joe?
You're the crazy doll lady.
For this, it was niche because it was that fucking FAB thing that she commented on. I bet you she's used that and just gone around fucking everyone.
Right.
And that's why I didn't get any new ones, because I'm not a hipster hashtagger.
Well, it's like with she did it today on like last night on Jerry Fort, the beer review guy. I'm like, Jerry's like the most soft-spoken person out there on YouTube, and you're attacking him.
I gotta look back on my channel. I've done some streams, and I haven't really looked at my comments lately. Maybe she's done something to me too.
It's just a copy and paste bloody message. So
Cindy, baby. I love
Cindy, baby.
Cindy, baby. Cindy, baby.
Be a
Dr.
moron,
Rose,
not a
I just
Mormon.
want to talk to you, Dr. Rose, to person, baby. I love having sex with multiple people, but I also like a beer now and again, baby. It's okay. You know?
Well, what's funny was she replied back on Harry's thing. She said her husband would never. I'm like, wait a minute, someone married her?
Baby, Rodney, do not get upset. It's a Ken doll. We all know this is a Ken doll. Just calm down. It's a Ken doll. Don't get worked up.
He's a moron. She's a Mormon.
No, I haven't watched any of her videos. Like,
oh my God, people are ragging on her hard, man.
And honestly, it's great. I'm glad.
Yeah. No, he's a moron. She's a Mormon.
I just want to. I want to take a trip and then like take pictures of her all duct taped up and be like, "Got her, guys. We're good."
Oh God.
After that, I'm not telling you what I'm doing. Other than that,
you can't tell people to grow up when you're sitting there playing with dolls and you're almost 60 years old.
Now, My Little Ponies is okay because they'll fuck yourself. The dolls, I'm not standing for that.
No. Yeah, you don't want Ken, do you?
Yeah. Crazy. So, anybody have a favorite, really good beer they've had over the last week?
Yes.
Nice.
One in particular. Dave, you remember Dave. Dave and I were drinking.
Nacho guy. Nacho.
Yes, that guy. We were drinking from. It was from the Jack's Abbey Brewing. It was called Smoke and Dagger.
Oh,
it's a really
great
smoke bucket.
Right.
Jack's Abbey, except for their Berliner Weiss they can choke to death on. But other than that, Jack's Abbey makes really good shit.
And the great thing about and we had it side to side by, and I can't even pronounce that brand name.
Axel Kellerachbier?
Yeah, that one. Exactly. We had it side by side to that beer, and we thought that Jack's Abbey was so much better. It had a better malt base to us. It had a better hoppy character. Not that we're looking for a good hoppy character. And it had a sweeter vanilla kind of a coconut, almost like a barrel aged beer, but it wasn't even barrel aged.
Okay.
And the greatest thing about it is it's a year round beer. So if you really like smoky beers and you can get Jack's Abbey, I would suggest you running down to the store and buying it immediately.
The weird
It's really
contradiction to Jack's Abbey is actually their Baltic Porter is better than their barrel-aged Baltic Porter. It's actually the Baltic Porter that we had was fantabulous.
The framing, yep.
And then the actual barrel-aged version, like yeah.
Take something away from the.
It does. It takes something away from it. Yeah, but if you can get Framing Hammer, chug, punch cop. I mean, pretty good.
True.
Yeah.
Anybody else have a pretty good beer this week?
Yeah, my one was I had a monkish beer.
Wow.
We've had 5 years. It's their 5th anniversary IPA, which was like I done a trade for it via Madeira. I've got a good contact out there, and he traded for it, and then I sent him a couple of things. And, that was really cool.
I just remembered.
First proper trade.
I had the Black Butte 2027 Happy Birthday.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, that the other night.
That was a good one. That caused my hangover the next day.
Yeah.
I saw you briefly last night.
Briefly.
Yeah.
It was an albino show last night.
Well, not you, but everyone else as well.
Thank God.
Yeah, I got in there later onto the show.
Yeah. No. Yeah, it was a bit too kind of raucous for me, but that much hard,
we get a little like that.
Crazy Canadians go wild up there.
No, if you're drunk, it all makes perfect sense. But when you're not drunk and just watching it on thing, it's like, what the hell?
No, believe me, it still doesn't make sense.
I just felt bad for you the other night when I got it late on Peter's show, because when Paul was trying to get Jay to calm down, you just had your head in your hands like you couldn't believe what the hell was going on.
Oh, I was, I'm sorry.
Poor Craig was just like, I don't even know what's happening right now. And Peter's just there with a smile on his face, cracking up.
I'm pretty relaxed while I have what they call a point.
No, it's fine.
Is that
was it that point?
I was gonna say, if you notice, 30 seconds later, I was laughing my ass off. So I don't get angry. You know, I'm just trying to say I lose my eloquence at some point in time, and I have to be very direct with stupid.
I think
because it took us a while to get you back in the Dusty Roads after that. You couldn't come back for a second.
Yeah. It was difficult to bring you back from the abyss. It was difficult.
Yeah.
I was this close to calling Cthulhu out. It was pretty rough.
Yeah.
Calling of Cthulhu?
Yeah.
Is this the one?
I had to go back and watch that last hour, which was all great.
Yeah. It was fun. I liked it.
I just felt uncomfortable, and I think it came across. But
always uncomfortable. You should really stop sitting on dildos when you do your things. It's
true. It's true. Yeah.
What about you, William? Any fancy beers over the last week?
We have a local brewery here, New Sarum Brewery in Salisbury, North Carolina. I drank recently a blood orange wheat ale. I thought it was very good, very flavorful. And the sweetness of the orange made a nice contrast with a nice hot bitterness at the finish. And I've been impressed with all the beers at this brewery.
Yeah.
And their distribution is gradually expanding for them. And I hope some other people will get a chance to try some of their stuff, because the orange in that, the blood orange, was it was just very flavorful. And with the warm temperatures we're getting here now in the South, it's very refreshing to have a beer like that on a hot day. And I really enjoyed it.
We're definitely not getting that in the UK at the moment. It's bloody freezing at the moment. By the time
What?
It was like 60 degrees here today.
What's the word? One's too many, 100's not enough.
I don't think I had anything that was really fancy, but one that did surprise me this past week was actually the Samuel Adams Ella Blanc IPL. First time I had that, but that was kind of interesting.
Just lost all respect.
India Pale Lager.
I'll tell you what was surprising was.
What surprised you? What is
I
it?
don't know if it's Martin.
How fast Paul drank that vintage ale from 2015. He's
Oh.
already on his second beer right now.
I'm sorry, but
Damn.
I'm what we call a professional. I drank 13 beers in like 2 hours, so we're fine. We're good. Why do I hear Tom?
Is that Tom?
I mean, you hear Tom. You hear the cast going on. I was like, excuse me, but I know he.
I hear something in the background.
I know he was naked. I know he's
He's
gonna haunt my
whispering.
dreams, but why do I hear him? Like I don't.
He's not turned the sound off.
He didn't turn his sound off or whatever. He's like John right now.
Oh, John.
The only problem is with me right now is if I randomly grab beer, I live in like an ice kingdom apparently, so everything is fucking freezing, even though it's been setting out. Like it's weird. Like
it looks
that's
like
why
Tom's.
I usually cellar my beer in like my stove, so it's a nice toasty, 128 degrees. But like, oh my god, it's freezing.
Yeah, that's hard. Yeah. Looks like Tom's taking a knee at the moment.
Taking a knee?
Uh-oh.
It's all green with an knee. I don't know. In the mouth, I guess. I don't know.
How do you know he's taking a knee?
Well, no, it's just like there's a green box with an E on it. So. Who's that?
Wow.
Well, isn't E's like it's green and white though? Are we talking about ecstasy? Because I'm pretty sure it's green and white.
Well, there you go. That's perfect.
Yeah. Mushrooms, baby. Just go with
Any
the
any other craft beer
makes
tidbits
sense.
you guys want to share? Any other questions?
I don't drink beer, so I don't really have anything to say to this.
No, it's terrible. It's a drug.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say except for beer. Well, except for religion, because that's the worst mind-altering drug.
Yeah.
But except for that,
you'd be a moron then.
Yeah, I would say basically the beer has to be the number 27th on the list. Yeah. Well, somewhere in there.
I think if I was trying to type for the last 15 years, though,
realizing
beer's been around since 5000 BC.
You would think that you
kind of really up against it on trying to get people to change their minds.
Rod and I talked about this point. Did you guys seen the classic text from Cindy Ben? I've been doing this for 15 years, and you guys blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Cindy!
I'd like to say something. I really want to interject something about two things.
Look at the chocolate starfish.
The thing is, if you've been typing for 15 years, you'd be knackered.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And the thing is, I'd like to interject two things. One, she actually looks pretty good for.
All right.
I was going to say I would interject something into her chocolate starfish if I could, and then
How's that favorite one?
And then the other thing is, it is. Did you guys notice? It's a copy and paste comment.
Yeah, of course.
That has been. I got hit. This is not new. This was 3 years ago or 4 years ago for me. And it's the same comment.
Yeah, same with mine.
It actually might be random people using the same site. I don't know exactly how this works. I don't understand.
Yeah, there's some comments on Google and the websites talking about they don't even know if it's actual person or not.
I just told her Heimdall was watching what she was doing with the dolls.
Yeah.
I might copy and paste it to every beer review I do from now on.
There you go.
All I can say is I posted it in the group chat that I have the weirdest boner right now, because it was like, I'm digging this. It just happens all the time, and sometimes it speaks to me.
So whenever you say your name around him, it happens.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Don't touch me.
See what you're missing, William, not having a channel right now?
It's so much fun.
Sometimes less is more.
You're missing nothing.
So I think maybe I'm on the right track, at least for now.
He's going to tell Tom, I was going to do one, but those guys scared the shit out of me about it.
I will tell you what. I mean, I'm sorry, William. I'm sorry, but I will have to literally peel my pants off my legs tonight because I'm just done.
Nice.
I'm done.
Because they're old pants.
This is killing me. Exactly. I'm basically making fucking baby batter right now. No, I just don't know what to do.
Baby Bow Wow.
How come Jay doesn't do his first
Gravy.
in the world anymore like he used to do?
Who?
Jay,
All right.
whenever you
Who?
gotta find a beer on YouTube, you're like, it's the first one in the world. He doesn't do it anymore. I meant to ask you that earlier.
Eric just did that.
Yeah.
I actually
Really?
watched your channel. It was horrible.
You liked it. Deep down, you liked it. Deep down, you liked it, Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Deep down.
Oh,
really?
believe me. Believe me.
King Diamond Show.
Well, there's another night of beer questions right there. You guys got anything else you want to add here? You want to do a sign off for your channels before we get to Eric and his PSA?
Yep.
If it wouldn't wake my kids up, I'd do a King Diamond screen, but yeah.
Until next time, keep tasting those great beers. Cheers. We'll see you soon.
There you go.
By the way, the great beer is Miller High Life.
And make sure you check out all these guys' channels: Eric Alliance Fan, Thomas Metal 75, Kent's Beer Reviews,
James
PA
has something to do.
Reviews,
Don't check out me.
Rampant Lion Reviews.
I just wanted to add Paul Ryan.
You did what?
I just wanted to add fuck Paul Ryan.
Well, yeah,
There you go.
That's always welcome.
Wait a minute. What?
That's always welcome.
For God's sakes, anyone named Paul, fuck them. They need fucked. This guy,
Paul,
need it.
was it Paul McFucknugget, wasn't it?
No,
Paul McFucknugget.
that guy who looks like the product of a Nazi experiment in the American.
No.
Oh,
See,
God.
over here, he's the grown-up Eddie Munster.
He's big old Butch Patrick.
I'm going to go back to my highlights and pretend you didn't say that.
I
You
actually
can't deny he
have
does not
Butch
look like Eddie Munster
Hey,
grown up.
I met Butch Patrick. He's really nice. I got his autograph.
Yeah, you probably did because you went to a lot of the cons and stuff, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks again for swinging by to check out another video. Of course, Eric, show the love for the people.
All right, guys, if you had too much to drink, please get a designated driver. You guys know my spiel. If you guys seen any of my videos, don't drive home drunk because you're going to get pulled over, thrown in a cop car, jail time, court fees, possible prison time. But if you hit or kill somebody, you're going to be in the slammer for a while. And if you kill yourself, you're going to be 6 feet under. Get an Uber, taxi, call a buddy, sleep off your buzz, get your car in the morning.
There you go.
Indeed.
We do that
If
there. And make sure you check out my blog, RodJBeerVentures.com. You already know the YouTube channel. If you go to the blog, you can see a lot more beer pieces. Make sure you check out the Beer Coalition on Facebook because all these guys were putting their videos together, so you could actually go to a spot on Facebook and check them out as well. And coming soon, I will be on Cold Brews podcast, which will be recorded this week, so I'll let you guys know about that out there too when that's happening. And we may have a few possible celebrities come on here that I'm talking with that are pretty popular out in the beer world. So stay tuned as we grow things out and keep an eye out for all the different hangouts we're doing. That all being said, cheers, keep drinking good craft beers, and we'll see you next week.
Fuck you, Sandy Ben 2001.